Candy, did you fall from heaven? Because if you've had an accident that wasn't your fault, you could be owed thousands. Ladies, gentlemen and variations thereupon, this is Injury Lawyers for You. Hello and welcome to Modern Escapism, the show that promises you a no-win, no-fee settlement. Joining me today, as Oodles, bang, and the dirt is gone, it's Biggie.
Yes, I'm not last.
Only the crumbliest, flakiest chocolate. Tastes like chocolate never tasted before, it's Stig.
Oh, I'm like as flaky as a flake as well. My bones are made of flake.
And tick follows tock, follows tick, follows tock. Good things come to those who wait. It's Gadget.
I don't actually like Guinness, but I do love that advert.
Yes. And you buy one, you get one free. I said you buy one, you get one free. Bog off, it's Candy.
0800 667 nah.
I'm not sure I could handle two of them, to be fair.
Imagine if we found out you were a twin all along.
Imagine if we had two candies doing Candyland.
Nope.
There can be only one.
How has everyone been these last 2 weeks?
I've been good. I'm now just wanting to see Highlander with Candy starring in it.
I haven't spoken to you all in 2 weeks.
Are you all right, Oodles? Did you have an interesting Saturday night?
Yeah, I went to Northman Rob's wedding and I was the guest of honour, the celebrity guest. And he was overwhelmed to see me that. No, he weren't.
Was everyone else booked up?
He was like, fuck's sake, he's turned up. It was an invite out of pity.
Did
I rocked up pissed.
Did you not get the old prima nocta with his missus?
No. She'd kill me. Lucy would kill me. She would absolutely destroy me. But yes, congratulations, Rob. Love you to bits. Fantastic ceremony that I didn't attend, unfortunately. But fantastic night, do. I got pissed.
They can't get you in a church.
So what are we giving it? 2 weeks, a month? What are we betting on?
I reckon a good 45 years.
Ooh.
That's what I'm saying. Strong bonds, that wedding. They've got 17 kids between them. There's a lot happening in that household. It's gonna be grand.
All held together with gravy.
Held together by gravy and British highways. What more do you need? What more do you need?
So making
Anyone else do
TV
anything
series,
special this weekend?
Nope.
Oh.
No, it's been quiet. It's been a quiet one for us.
Me. You can tell Sun have been out this weekend. You guys have just been in fucking house hiding.
Been ill.
I actually do have a burnt face. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah, I had quite a good Sunday actually. Getting up, who knew getting up early and being productive was a good thing?
No, that doesn't sound
I
right.
got up at 9 o'clock today. I get up at 9 o'clock most days, really. A lay-in is 9 o'clock because I'm up at 6:30. So 9's like the afternoon.
I enjoyed
I'm not one of them influencers that puts his head in ice water.
Yeah, ice water.
Do you rub the banana on your face?
Why?
Yeah, I'm not that guy.
Can I not watch one of them? Those when it comes on, it flicks through and it comes on. I'm like, I'm going to sit here and watch this very muscular man just go about his fake day.
I'm going to make my own parody. Like, I'm not an influencer. I'm riddled with ADHD. I get up at 6:30 every morning. I go to bed at 2:30 every morning.
Well, Stig, you have to get 10,000. Just by the end of the day, you've got to get 10,000.
Got to get 10,000. I could do with that if I paid him money. He could get me millions.
And
I could
these
do that
guys,
sort of video. Would I get
8
into trouble if I dunk my nuts in a bowl of ice water on camera?
No. 8 a.m. or something like that, they say, and the day's almost done at 8 a.m. It's like, you fucking mad.
My favourite one is the guy. He looks like he's roided up to hell. Like the man's fucking square. And he talks about, I've hacked my time, so I get 3 weeks for every week. See, I get it. What is it? I get up at 6 o'clock. I get up at 6 o'clock.
He gets 3 days in 18 hours. He does 3 days. 6 till 6, 6 till 12, 12 till 6, 6 till 12. That's his day. Yeah, I've seen it. It's just ridiculous.
That's not how it works.
So you've just kind of segmented your days, really.
Yeah.
Doesn't that fuck up his rhythms? Like his
circadian
actual
rhythm, circadian
rhythm, yeah. It makes you depressed, doesn't it?
Well, what the thing is, Oodle, he's lying.
Oh, he's lying.
He's not depressed. He's muscular and rich.
Oh, yeah.
And bright fucking red.
Speaking of muscular and rich, I think it's time to find out.
Bright red.
And bright red. These last 2 weeks, time for Biggie's breaking news.
You may already know, but he doesn't, because it's time for Biggie's breaking news.
Gears of War! It's officially coming to PlayStation 5 in August.
Just jumping straight into news, diving in.
Microsoft has announced that the Gears of War franchise will debut on PlayStation this August, almost 20 years after it first released on Xbox. Gears of War Reloaded is a modernised version of the original Gears of War's game and features all the improvements from Gears of War Unlimited Edition, plus some modern performance boosts. Ultimate, sorry. It's going to cost about $40 on all platforms. It'll be available on Game Pass day one, and Xbox players who own the digital version of Gears of War Ultimate Edition receive a free upgrade to the Reloaded version.
It was inevitable, I think.
Yeah.
So, whatever. It's like Microsoft.
Halo for the Trinity now, don't we?
Yeah,
it will be.
They've pretty much said they're not really that bothered about console rivalries and anything anymore. They're more about get our games on stuff and it makes more money.
Yeah, exactly. And it benefit to the players because, more people can play these great games because like Gears of War is a fucking banger.
Yeah, and as much as like PlayStation fanboys would be like, yeah, we've got your games. Like, you're all going to go and buy it, and you're going to give Microsoft all the money for it. So
Guaranteed, I'm not.
When it eventually comes cheap enough, play it. It's fucking brilliant.
I probably will when it's really cheap, but in a year where loads of stuff's coming out that I've got on my slate ready, I'm like, no time for fucking 20-year-old Xbox games.
I mean, for you, Oodles, Gears of War is not an essential purchase, but it's well worth playing.
At some point.
Yeah, just like when you get like a discount code for it or something.
It's not at the level where I should have absolutely played BioShock when it came out, is it?
No. It's not.
Or Half-Life 2.
Or Half-Life 2 or Halo 3 or whatever. It's like...
Yeah.
But it is.
I played Halo 3. I played up to Halo 3.
Yeah, but Gears of War is a really fun game. The multiplayer was also really fun as well, actually, I remember. There was great fun. Just sticking sticky grenades on people and watching them explode.
That's also included as well.
What, sticky grenades?
Well, that and...
Well, they're in the game.
You'll love Gears of War, Biggie. I'm surprised, considering you had an Xbox last gen, you didn't play any of them.
No, it's just... I had it for Halo more than anything else, and then when Gears came out, when I got it I actually do have a copy of it, but I ended up playing the Division around this time. So I was playing the Division by this point when I had this game, so I was just kind of like, never got around to it. So
they are better at going through with friends. Doing the campaign with friends is much better.
Yeah, the co-op's fantastic.
Yeah.
Cool.
There you go, listeners.
It was
of War.
Inevitable. I think Halo, when do we reckon?
Next year, I think.
Next year? Or Christmas this year, now that
Does
GTA's
Halo
moved.
I think
singular
Christmas
or as a package?
Microsoft have got a thing in June?
Yeah,
July?
Summer Games Fest in June.
Yeah. You never know. Either that or at the Games Award, they might announce Halo. It'll come.
I think
next year, I reckon.
Actually coming, do they?
They've got They've got Death Stranding 2 and Ghosts of Yoti.
I'm not on about first party stuff. There's loads coming though.
Yeah, no, but first party is like
exclusive
third party comes on everything, don't they?
Fuck that. There's only one exclusive coming out. Fucking Death Stranding, baby.
Which is why I'm selling my PlayStation. Anyone want a PlayStation? Hit me up.
There's one going. Free, he says. Free.
Someone tried to offer me £200 for it, and I was just like,
that's disgusting.
Get more at CEX. Fuck off.
That's disgusting. What I did on is gone, took the £200 and posted him a turd in a box. That's what you get for fucking £200, mate.
Post in the side panels. This is all you paid for.
Yeah. Mate, £400 minimum with all stuff you've got.
Well, sticking with Gears of War briefly, Fall Guy director David Leitch is in talks to direct Gears of War's the movie adaptation, according to Hollywood Reporter.
Listen, I have already done the casting for this film, and I'm going to post you a picture of it. It is
Danny DeVito as John Gear.
No. When I find the actual picture that I made, I will post it to you. No,
I got the Fall Guy and Fall Guys mixed up, so I was imagining them just as little weird characters
beans.
bouncing around.
The beans.
right.
It's a
Look
shame,
in the images there. So we have
On this
Batista.
audio medium.
Yeah, no, I'm talking to you, and I'll say it out loud. We have John. We have Dave Batista as Marcus Phoenix. We have Terry Crews as the Coltrane. We have Alan Richardson as Baird, and John Bernthal as Dom.
Yeah,
tell me that cast there isn't perfect for those roles.
They're all very muscular men.
There's no females in this game.
There is one, a blonde one called Anya.
There's one.
These are the main
Is she the
four.
breeder?
She's capable. She helps you out.
Yeah, and then you play.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you place one you place her in 4 and 5.
Five.
It's gone fucking woke, Gears of War. Makes me sick.
Is it Jade?
That's-
I can't remember.
Perfect casting, and they're getting on a little bit though, so they need to hurry it up.
I don't know. Terry Crews still looks like he's in his 30s.
Hey, white chocolate. Next.
PS5 fans are furious as Microsoft. The Saxy's presenting this.
Smoking a pancake.
As Microsoft ships Doom: The Dark Ages with just 85 megabytes on the disc. As was the case with apparently Indiana Jones: The Great Circle earlier in the year, Microsoft and Bethesda have shortchanged PS5 fans yet again by shipping physical copies of Doom with virtually nothing on the
This
disc.
has happened for years.
Oh, you've been shortchanged by getting their games. Shut up.
This has happened for years. I've bought games where it says internet required for download on back.
No disc holds enough data now for it.
It's a fuck.
Because there's always a day one patch.
Isn't
Yeah,
a Blu-ray
exactly.
50 gig max?
Blu-ray is about 55 gig. The game, when I downloaded it off Xbox,
120.
was 85 or something like that.
God, that's lower than I thought.
But it's still not small.
Who the fuck's
This is
going out and
tiny.
buying
85
the latest?
MB of data is included on the
It's like
Blu-ray.
the title screen.
No, but
It's basically the license for it.
Or is it the original
who's going
Doom?
out? Who's going out getting Call of Duty and thinking that 200 gigabyte games on one disc? Who thinks that nowadays? Idiots.
Grandma's buying Christmas presents.
Grandmas, I've got no place in a game shop. Sorry.
The trouble is, like,
it's hard, but it's not happening.
It's easy for most of us in the UK, but a lot of places in America really don't have very good internet still.
They don't deserve good internet over there.
Yes, we know that.
Also, it's worthwhile remembering that the game is about exactly the same size as Doom Eternal, and Doom Eternal was shipped on the disc.
Oh.
So it's not like it's suddenly like ballooned in size. It is a really shitty practice. And like Indiana Jones, I think Indiana Jones wasn't actually that big. I think Indiana Jones would have fit on a Blu-ray. Hang on, I'm just going to look it up on the Xbox app. So yeah, it's kind of shitty.
Can you remember a few years ago, Gadget, when Elden Ring was announced and some of the specs leaked and they were like, oh my god, it's only 25 gig, it's going to be so small.
Yeah.
It wasn't. Was not. I mean, it's not 25 gig now, I bet, if you download it.
Sorry, Indiana Jones is 72 gigs, so yes, it's still bigger than... But there are compression technologies and stuff like that, and you don't tend to download the high-resolution packs on console as well. Remember, most FromSoft games are quite small, actually, because...
It surprises you, doesn't it?
Yeah. What was it? Armored Core wasn't very big either. It was about 30 gig.
Yeah, you think, how the fuck have they squeezed that out of those?
I'm sure Elden Ring's only like 45 for digital.
Yeah.
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 It's quite small, given the breadth of that game.
But people were kicking off, like the nerds were kicking off saying, it's going to be small, we're going to complete it in 10 hours, you're not.
I actually bought
You
that
know.
digital as well. Think of that.
Yeah.
I bought.
So did I.
Yeah, but you get more out of it than I do.
Hey, you still got 30 hours out of it. You got your money's worth.
I got more. I played more than that. I played like 60.
He did, he got quite far.
Well, there you go.
He saw his own credits in his own head.
I went
He
back
knew
to
when
it
to
and
stop.
forgotten how to play, and I was just like, I can't
He
be.
knew
It's
when
like,
to stop.
it felt like learning how to. Like I had to learn how to replay it after not playing it for a year, and I was like, I just can't be bothered.
I don't know how people can do that.
I have no memory of this place.
I genuinely didn't know where I was, what I was doing. Came across the first enemy, and just like rolled into him and died. And I was like, oh, fucking hell! Like,
There you go.
It's different for like me and Oodles who've played the Souls games all the way through, and it's just like the muscle memory is just ingrained in us now.
then obviously I was pressing buttons, which is usually on most games is like a duck or something, and then in that game it's use up your health potion, and I was like, fuck's sake, I've used another one up.
Why do we not have universal fucking controls? That blows my mind.
Because
Yeah.
those are different things.
Nah,
No.
Games are
universal.
wildly different.
Yeah, I
If it's a
agree with you,
first-person
Biggie.
shooter, the game should have the same kind of buttons. If it's an action RPG, same different type of
Okay,
buttons.
then, if
but
that's
set up
the
for
case,
all
we'll
games.
stick to what Time Splitters used to have then as a first-person shooter.
Fuck
if we're going
off.
back. Exactly. Have you ever
was
tried
awful.
playing Time Splitters?
R3, push R3 in, that's run. But then someone decides that they want to put run on A, or then the next person
Yeah.
decides they want to put it on right trigger. I'm like, fuck.
No, run for
There
me
you
is holding
go.
circle.
Yeah,
There you
It's
go,
dodging
like-
and crouching and stuff.
Thank you, Gadget.
Yeah,
Crouching is
Holding
circle.
circle lets you run.
No.
Yes.
I'm going to reload. Fuck, I've chucked a grenade.
I don't play games with grenades. Anyway, next.
Speaking of grenades going off, Bungie admits Marathon includes artwork used without permission. Bungie has admitted that an external artist's work has been used within up-and-coming game Marathon without consent. The issue came to light this week following recent playable alpha tests of Marathon for which an artist recognised their designs have been used. The Marathon alpha released recently and its environments are covered with assets lifted from poster designs I made in 2017, artist Fern Hook wrote on social media. Bungie is, of course, not obligated to hire me when making a game that draws overwhelmingly from the same design language I have refined for the last decade, but clearly my work was good enough to pillage for ideas and plaster all over their game without pay or attribution. Responding to its less than visible Marathon dev team social media accounts, Bungie wrote it's immediately investigated Hook's claim and found that yes, a former artist at the company had swiped the designs. This issue was unknown by our existing art team, and we're still reviewing how this oversight occurred. We take matters like this very seriously, and we've reached out to Hook to discuss these issues and are committed to do right by the artist. As a matter of policy, we do not use the work of artists without their permission.
Oh dear.
And it went
Candy.
from...
Oh, sorry. Carry on. It's still going.
And just to rub salt into the wounds, this happened, I think, yesterday. Apart from the fact that this isn't the first time this has happened to Bungie, I've had problems with this sort of thing happening during Destiny 2. The firm forged ahead with an ill-conceived live stream where a visibly upset art director, Joe Cross, had to read out a statement whilst being berated by the chat.
Candy,
I mean, that's
as
a
our
pretty good punishment.
As our resident seller of her artistic endeavours, how do you feel about this?
Do you know what? I think if it happened to me, the initial thing would be excitement, like, oh my God, my thing's in their game. But then I would just, it would be so hard. It would
What do you
depend.
think of the thousands lost?
Yeah, exactly. And it would depend on the company as well. Like if this is a company that I really, really like, that would be just
But you
shattering.
don't really, really like Bungie.
No, I don't really like Bungie. Fuck them. But I mean, a huge company like that, and it's so competitive to get in on a company like that. Surely that artist, that would not have been the first time that they did that. I expect their portfolio is full of lifted stuff. And it's only going to get harder because it's with all AI.
Yeah, I can absolutely guarantee this artist now will get a subsidizable out-of-court settlement now.
Yeah, you would hope
Well,
so.
it's the easiest way to resolve it at this point, isn't it? Because any other thing...
Give
they're
him a
gonna delay
couple of
the game.
mil.
Bungie have been caught lifting art from artists before as well. Not the first time it's happened.
It'd be less offensive if they'd used AI art rather than theft.
Yeah. I mean,
And weren't there a load of
it's only a
layoffs
half
as
step
well,
away
so-
from theft.
Be less offensive if they just paid the artists and licensed the art.
So are we taking a stance? Are we boycotting it? We weren't going to play it anyway.
I was boycotting it as soon as it said extraction shooter.
Let's just pretend that we're standing on the moral high ground and we're boycotting it in solidarity. Yes.
Just to point out, I have taken a lot of these news stories from different websites that haven't been mentioned, so just clear that up.
Biggie's getting cancelled for plagiarism.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Going to have to do
This
a
is
crying
not
apology
real
to IGN.
journalism from me.
Next.
Return to Silent Hill, set for a wide theatrical release from Cineverse. Yeah. Cineverse has announced the acquisition of the US rights for the return to Silent Hill, the newest chapter in the film franchise based on Konami's horror video game series. This film will have wide theatrical release in America and a date to be announced. He helmed the first Silent Hill movie, which I thought was okay. It wasn't the best thing in the world, but
I enjoyed it. I thought it was weirdly gruesome. Yeah, no, I thought it was cool. I forgot they were doing so much for Silent Hill, actually. I forgot there's a few films on there.
Yeah, he's promised it's going to be a faithful adaptation.
3
of the video
films that
game
exist
Silent Hill 2.
already. There's
Have
1,
we?
2, and this like 3D experience one that they brought out.
Oh, what's that? I don't know about that one.
Oh, you were fucking tanked. That's why, because 3D cinema was a.
Are you sure that wasn't like part of one
No,
of
I'm
the
pretty sure it
originals?
was a separate one.
I thought there was only
Silent
2
Hill,
films.
The Ride or something it was called.
Oh, but that's not like a sit at home.
I think it was. I think it was released. Pretty sure.
I'm not enthused with the idea of them adapting
No, just the
Silent Hill
2.
2. Just the 2. I just don't like them. I didn't like the first 2. I thought they were shit.
I didn't mind the first one. It wasn't.
When I seen Sean Bean running around,
The only thing I remember, Rose. That's the only thing I can remember from that film. You bastard, Rose! No, I told you not to go into fog.
Oh, you twat! Oh, bloody hell! That was the best bit about it.
One simply does not run into the fog.
I remember Pyramid Head ripping a woman's skin off. That was something.
Rip my skin off.
Arousing.
Candy.
Sorry.
Wow. But yeah, I'm not enthused at the
He is
idea
buff.
of them adapting Silent Hill 2 because I think
It's a
will
sacred
work.
game, isn't it?
Well, it's not that. It's like I thought it was a sacred game. Then I really enjoyed the remake, and that's fine. But how do you tell that story in 2 hours?
A man
Yeah.
jumps down loads of holes.
You get
Yeah.
rid of a lot of the stuff that shit.
I'm just not. It's just no.
Yeah,
In my opinion, if you're going to do Silent Hill films, you need to let the Japanese do them.
and just
Yeah,
Doing a-
just
doing
tell
a-
a new story. Yeah,
tell a new story in the town, because like if you take the blueprint Silent Hill 2 gives you with the idea that everything that happens in the town is a reflection of your own behaviors, great. You can tell loads of fucking
yeah. But the
fucked
problem,
up
the
stories.
problem there is that's why you end up like with they just chuck Pyramid Head in, and just he's just a demon.
Even though that's James's
Yeah,
manifestation.
in the films, he's just a demon.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
He's there because
there's no
he's-
nuance about it at all. It's just
just
who's
because
the
he's
bad guy.
recognizable.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
because women drop the knickers when he turns up.
No, Candy does.
I'm looking at pictures of him now.
Oh, God. I don't even want him to have a bath. I like it mucky. Next.
Oh, that dress.
It's not
Hideo
a joke.
Kojima has given his studio a USB stick with all his ideas on it. Industry icon Hideo Kojima is now officially past the age of 60, and after having an illness during the pandemic, he's had serious thoughts about his future. He's also very much mindful of the future of his studio after he's no longer around. Speaking in the latest issue of H magazine, he mentioned how this is a fear for me. What happens to Kojima Productions after I'm gone? I don't want them to just manage our existing IP. So he gave a USB stick to his assistant, which apparently contains all his ideas on it, kind of like a will. So the team could perhaps continue to make things long after he's gone, rather than go forward without any guidance.
I'm seeing a cyberpunk situation here where hundreds of years in the future someone finds this, plugs it into their head, and then Kojima's
into the
following them around.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Oh, they plug it in, and it just affects him, so it takes over their body.
Yeah.
He's like, I am
Yeah,
back.
Kojima sparks up and goes, hey, senpai.
Or it'd be like Alan Partridge and things like Inner City Sumo and Monkey Tennis.
God.
By the way, just a little callback to the last news story. I'm looking at female pyramid heads. Yeah, I get it, Candy.
Yeah. Either
How do you kiss them?
I don't
Oh,
think
don't worry
kissing's
about
on the
that.
menu.
Spread the cheeks.
or. Not the top end, anyway.
God.
Anyway, moving on.
Headache for that.
Automotive film and TV.
I thought that was.
This might surprise a few people, but I think we'll just go ahead and announce this. Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon franchise is officially dead.
No,
What are you going to do, Stig?
you maniacs! You ruined it.
Stig, you said this is the new MCU. What happened?
It's shit.
You watched You've watched them. What's your
I
score?
watched both of them. I hated them.
Yeah. Yep.
I did not hate them.
Oh god.
Oh, there's always one, isn't
It
there?
just
I didn't
leaves it
love
with
them.
a
I
massive
didn't love them.
cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Imagine if someone really loved them and they ended up getting like a tattoo of them.
It's just they're just fucking. Zack Snyder got given free reign, and he shouldn't be given free reign.
It was Zack Snyder's Star Wars pitch, wasn't it?
He'll probably be finishing a comic book or something.
I don't care.
Well, according to the Rebel Moon writer Kurt Johnstad, who recently appeared on the Minutemen podcast, revealed that it was taking a miracle for more movies, effectively confirming it's dead. We outlined movies 3, 4, 5, and 6. Very detailed outlines, and Zach has literally plotted out the whole world. We know where we can go. We've written detailed outlines. The second movie was to find the princess, and the third movie is to make sure that the princess is where she should be, sitting on the throne and properly ruling over the mother world. With some luck and an act of God,
So
we'll
Star
get back
Wars.
to that world.
It's just
So Star Wars.
It's just fucking Star Wars. It's like Star Wars as if written by Brexiteers.
I think he got into the wrong. I've said this before when I reviewed the things. I think he got into the wrong medium. He should have been a music video director. Be fucking brilliant at them. 4 to 5 minutes of pure amazing visuals, but stretching it out for 2 hours is just. I mean,
He's not good at plotting things.
Djimon Hounsou's character literally has a slow, like 30-second visual of him dunking a bottle into water, and it's slowed down like it's dramatic. Like, I feel like he just throws a dart at the wall and go, yeah, that point in the film we'll do a slow-mo.
Yeah.
Oh, it's somebody kneeling down. Yeah, but it'll be the coolest kneeling down you've ever seen.
Feels like
Kneeling down and picking up like a seed, going, this is the
No,
seed of
that
life.
happens. That does happen. People putting
No,
their
it
hands
doesn't.
through. Yes, it does. People putting their hand through grain, and the grain's falling in slow mo.
I feel like without the slow motion, you probably could have got it out in one film.
Yeah,
Didn't he re-release them both in like 4 hours?
The R-rated cuts.
Fuck me.
oh, I'm sure he's a lovely person. He comes across as really lovely and genuine in interviews. I don't think movies are for him.
I think Watchmen was the only one I really liked.
Yeah, Watchmen was good.
300
Yeah,
was
which was
good.
all right. Actually, 300.
Yeah, but-
I like 300.
But
for
they were
its-
adaptations. He didn't
Yeah.
write them.
Yeah,
That's what I mean. He's not a good writer. He makes George Lucas look like a good writer.
Exactly.
Anyway,
Next.
Letterboxd has announced a curated online film rental store, a film tracker app for film wankers. The only good social
true.
network announced the Letterboxd video store at the Festival de Cannes on Tuesday. Unlike a traditional video-on-demand service, Letterboxd Video Store will offer limited festival-style windows where you can stream festival favourites, underseen gems, global cinema, and emerging voices in cinema.
I think it's really good actually.
Yeah.
If you've got these films at Cannes, at Cannes and like Venice and the film festivals, and they go, we've acquired a selection of them. You can watch them. You don't, if
Yeah,
you're
imagine being able to like rent a Toronto Film Festival film before it's out
Yeah.
and make your own judgment, and then word of mouth, word of reviews and stuff's going to make a film pop better, and it might rejuvenate like the independent
Yeah.
scene.
the problem with that is piracy.
It's a crime. You wouldn't download a car.
Yeah, but they will, like, if you've got a film that
Wouldn't
usually
download a
these
font.
Yeah. These films at these festivals, like, they're there and then they don't come out for wider release until like 3-4 months down the line.
Mm-hmm. It's too late then, isn't it?
If they get released on streaming, they're out there then. So
Well, maybe ISPs need to clamp down harder.
I need to
They
do
need to cut
something.
some deal with Hollywood.
They might
Need to cut
they
some
might have
deal.
to do something along the lines that happens with film reviewers.
Mm-hmm.
In basically like in the film, this is just if you want to get one of these films, you have to put up with this that your email and name is splashed across that screen at various points
Yes.
during the film, even if it's
Yes.
just for like 5 seconds. It's on there.
Because you won't want to give that to anyone else.
Yeah,
you?
you can't. It'll have to have some kind of code in there, and it'll have to have a splash across the screen that you can't. Because I know that when they used to do this, when they put them in the corners, people would blur them out.
Yeah, they used to have screeners with their actual official information.
But if you put like massive letters in the front of this, which is what the reviewers have to do, they have their details splashed across the screen.
Yep. Bank account details.
That's it. It's like your details will flash up on the screen for like set points. So it's the only way to get around it, really.
I agree. Bring it on. Good idea, though. Well done, Letterboxd. Next.
HBO is back, baby. Warner Brothers walks back rebrand of Max streaming services.
What's that mean?
It means Warner Brothers don't know what the fuck they're doing still.
I don't even know what HBO Max is.
HBO Max is HBO's version of Now TV.
Yeah.
They don't affect us then.
Doesn't affect us because you can't get it in this country, but it's funny because they made this whole hoo-ha and to-do a couple of years ago about changing it from HBO Max to Max.
All the money they spent
and
on all the changes.
So they rebranded it all. They threw a load of Discovery Plus stuff on there as well that nobody fucking watched. And then 2 years later, they're like, hey, HBO Max, we're back.
Is it like when people invest millions in marketing and then they just design a new font and it's just Times New Roman?
Yeah.
They basically tried to say, people like saying you can't take HBO away, like the prestige, the name is prestigious, like taking it away. It's like, and they were like, no, like
box office.
They're like, people will know where to come for HBO stuff. They still know that Max is the place of HBO because they did have HBO Max and then they took away the HBO to just Max.
I love seeing the HBO logo pop up at the beginning of it.
Yeah.
I know I'm
but
ready.
listen to the business wording. This is the business speak. Returning the HBO brand into HBO Max will further drive the service forward and amplify the uniqueness that subscribers can expect from the offering, press release claimed. And the reversal was also a testament to WD's willingness to keep boldly iterating its strategy and approach.
God, you can hear the chinos.
We fucked up.
Someone got paid to say that.
That's mental,
Probably got paid fucking loads.
Yeah.
Whenever they got rid of Bugs Bunny as CEO of Warner Brothers, that's when it all went downhill.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous, though,
We're a
isn't
better
it?
company
Like,
when he were in charge.
you just think you had the name HBO, just leave it.
Yeah.
People know it, people love it, people know what it means. It knows if you're a HBO show, you're going to have something about you.
It's
It's linked to quality in a way, isn't it?
I was watching a YouTube video about something similar. Like the Netflix name and brand is way more powerful than the actual content.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
At this point, it's like that's worth fucking billions. Just the name and the brand, because it's just bang in your head. Same as BBC, the actual BBC name. There's a prestige behind it. There's a history behind it. Obviously, it's dying on its ass, but it's still a big thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing as well. I mean,
HBO, keep it.
I mean, HBO itself has been around since I think the 80s or something like that.
50 years?
No, not quite. Not
it's
quite that
cable,
long.
isn't it? It was
Yeah,
cable.
it's cable.
It started
Yes.
cable. Yeah.
But it was like
80s, yeah.
HBO, and it was kind of like, adult orientated shows.
Yeah, you got your stuff like Oz and then leading on to like Sopranos and stuff, didn't you?
Well, The Sopranos was what created prestige telly.
Yeah.
And that helped, push them into this kind of stratospheric area. Then you had like Sex and the City, which again was like one of the most popular shows of the late 90s, early 2000s. And Game of Thrones and The Last of Us and, all these different shows, all
Breaking
these ones.
Bad.
Wire.
No, Breaking Bad was
AMC.
Oh, is it?
Mad Men
You'd think so, though.
HBO,
You'd think
Mad
Breaking
Men.
Bad. No, Mad Men was NBC.
Was
No.
it?
Yeah.
They feel like it, though, don't they? They feel like it.
Well,
Obviously,
that's
they were
what I'm saying.
hating
Like, because The Sopranos created this idea of prestige telly, everyone then jumped on that.
Oh, The Wire was HBO as well.
The Wire.
Yeah. I
and
said that, but
Succession.
no,
Sorry, I didn't hear it, Biggie. Sorry.
You're too quiet, mate.
But yeah,
I hear that like, the tapes are up, and like the first song that goes to my head is The Sopranos.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones for me. Or sometimes Sex and the City. Sometimes I hear the piano bit from Sex and the City. I don't know why. But yeah,
and Gadget's like, oh, we're going to know about Mr. Big tonight.
I used to watch that so randomly. Like sometimes it'd be on Channel 4 and I'd just
Yeah, it was like
Friday night Channel 4. Like, okay, there's nothing else.
Daddy used to probably send a mimosa while watching it.
Oh, they should swap the theme tunes around to the shows just for a bit of fun.
The
Like Game of Thrones kicking in for Sex in the City.
Oh,
now I really want someone to do like an intro screen for Sex and the City in the
Smash
Game of
cut.
Thrones style, like the camera going into the city,
It's all like Manhattan.
Well, do you know how
like
they,
the
do you
shoe
know how they
shops
do
coming
on
out of the ground, like
how they do on House of Dragon with the blood spilling around? What if
Yeah.
it's red wine?
Or jizz. Be jizz, wouldn't it, everywhere?
Oh God!
Oh, God.
I thought it, Biggie. I just didn't say it.
It's what I'm here for. What I'm paid to buck.
What have I said? It's a family show. This next.
Speaking of Fallout, it's been renewed for season 3. Ahead of season 2's premiere in December. That's positive news, isn't it?
very positive
Very
news.
excited.
No complaints.
And
Amazon
it
do
has
this a bit,
officially
quite actually.
wrapped. I think it wrapped last week.
It did, yeah.
And it's coming out at Christmas.
Yeah,
They
Christmas
did a
in
little
Vegas.
show. Christmas in Vegas. We're going back to the wasteland, baby. I'm pumped. I just pumped for Newgall.
Which, again, referring back to gaming, a lot of people think that there might be a remaster of maybe Fallout 3 or even New Vegas to link in with the show.
I don't think
Fallout
they'll do
3
New
for
Vegas.
sure.
Yeah, they won't touch New Vegas because
New
it's
Vegas
technically,
Obsidian, isn't it?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
Obsidian. It's not Bethesda.
Well, you see how well Oblivion's done. It'd be stupid not to do Fallout 3.
I think it's been in the works already. I think
It'll
they've
be
been
3.
working on that simultaneously.
Even
They're
if
looking
can't
to
wait
use the same engine that they've done with Oblivion.
Can't wait to watch Megaton blow up again from that hotel balcony.
even if they could just get a version of Fallout 3 that loads on Windows 11, I'd like that.
I just like them to make a Bethesda game where it doesn't load every time you open a door.
Yeah.
Mate.
You're asking a bit
like-
much of them there, aren't you?
Yeah, I'd like to win the lottery, and
That'd be nice. It puts me off playing the games. I'm like, when I played through Skyrim last year, I was like, oh no, there's a cave there. I've got to go in it. It's going to take a minute. Can I just stay in the overworld?
just
They
stood
did manage
outside-
to crack the ladder code, though, didn't they? Until Starfield, you couldn't even climb up a ladder.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You were at the bottom
yeah,
of the ladder,
that's
and then you
true.
were at the top of the ladder, and that was it.
I'm sick. That's what they. That's. I don't care if they keep the same engine. Just make sure you don't have to load every time you go in a new room.
So
Be lovely.
They kind of can't do that because of the way the engine works. Because what the engine is very good
know.
at, what the engine is very good at, is knowing exactly the precise location of every single object that's loaded.
Yeah, it's system memory, isn't it? and stuff?
Yeah. So you can't. So it has to delineate rooms and it has to delineate like that. So it's like, when you think you're out in the overworld, it knows where every lootable piece of crap is in the
it does,
overworld.
yeah.
But it just means it's had to load a lot. That's why it always takes fucking ages to come out of a dungeon and load.
It so does. It really does. Fucking hell! It's like I got the PS5 version of Skyrim, man. I thought, oh, it's going to be mint with SSD. Nah,
No.
no difference.
And then, if you have too many items, the game just shits out
It does,
completely. You have too many cheese wheels.
But yeah, I'm excited for season 2 of Fallout because I loved
I
the
am.
first season of it. I didn't think there
Got
was
Macaulay
I didn't-
Culkin in as well.
It
Oh,
does,
I like
yeah.
a bit of Culk.
It did,
OG
it
Culk.
didn't have a. I don't think the first season put a bad foot forward. I don't think there was any duff
Yeah, I must do
episodes.
a rewatch of that, actually.
No.
How many times you watch it now, Candy?
I've just started my 11th. The 11th run. It hits better
are
on the
kidding.
11th.
You are kidding.
No.
She's all about the ghoul.
All about the ghoul.
If
There's
we
only
ever
one show
do
I've watched
a
multiple times. That's Mad Men.
if we ever do a mastermind one again, I think it'll be Fallout TV show. Candy's.
Ooh,
It would have to be
yeah.
only the TV show because Fallout lore in general is way
it'd be
beyond
stupid. Yeah.
I'd break her on first question. Who directed it?
me. No, you got me.
You see what I mean?
I am
Jonathan
the
The
Nolan.
kind of questions
Practicing.
they ask on Mastermind.
If we're
Jonathan
doing
Nolan.
Mastermind, I'll practice. Jonathan Nolan.
Yeah.
See, I knew that.
There was no conferring on that one.
I did know that. It would have taken me a minute, but I've got there.
There won't be in the edit, will the gadget?
Next.
Over to a new section called Emmy Fucking Told You So. In the music, Sleep Token has just scored their first ever #1 album.
Yes. It is a bloody... Do you know what? It didn't hit right off the bat, and now I cannot stop listening to it.
Same. Yeah, the first listen through, I was like, It's okay. It's not hitting Take Me Back to Eden vibes. Could do with a bit of few more heavier tracks, but I think it's because I kind of listened to it piecemeal through the day between work, so I kept stopping to listen to it.
That's
when I
what I
actually
do.
sat down and listened to it all. I was like, yeah, no, this works.
It works as a whole, doesn't it?
It's not the difficult second album that we all thought it could be.
Well, isn't it their fourth album?
Well, it's the fourth album technically, but
Yeah, I'm on about when the success kicked in.
yeah, exactly. The second album after they actually hit success. Yeah,
Yeah.
That song, Past Self, the one that sounds like the fairy fountain, absolutely slaps.
it's a great openers track as well. The first one, it's got a bit of everything that opening track. It's not
And it's also
joke.
number one
I think I lost
with
that
official
career.
vinyl album chart too.
Yeah, vinyl's making a comeback. They're also headlining Download, aren't they, this
They are.
Yeah,
coming month?
yeah, I got the vinyl. Came a daily as well, with a nice
Did it?
T-shirt. Yeah,
So
really
it's
like my T-shirt.
Yeah, you can walk around like a book-talk mum with a sleep token top on.
It doesn't say Sleep Token on it.
Oh, nice. Nice.
One of those ones where if you know, you know. You know, if someone spots it and goes, I know what
Yeah.
that is.
I don't know what that is.
It's got the Sleep Token symbol on it, but then on the back it just says Even in Arcadia. It's like with the
The
big...
question that the
with the
listeners are
flamingo on.
asking, Stick, have you shagged listened to it yet?
Oh, she doesn't like it that much.
Oh. What
Shagging
on?
or...
No, Sleep Token. She's not really that into him.
She bloody loves shagging.
Yeah.
Can't get enough of it.
Yeah.
She listens to Prodigy, though, while they're shagging. Stig's got to keep up to Omen.
That's just so it's over and done with quickly.
That's another year out the way.
Another birthday done. Next.
So over to the bullet points. Nintendo has had to admit the Switch 2 won't support VRR on TV after all.
Oh,
The incorrect information was initially published. They're saying it's only available in handheld mode.
I don't know what VRR is.
Variable refresh
Variable
rate.
refresh rate.
What does that mean?
Frame rate can go up and down.
Rather than locked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not asked.
No.
Man has been arrested over stolen Pokemon card haul worth 250k.
Oh, you
Police in Greater Manchester have secured the haul and arrested a man linked to their discovery. As reported by the BBC News, a police spokesman announced the arrest by quipping, "Gotta catch 'em all."
Oh,
Shut up. Shut up.
He genuinely did.
No, we didn't.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Love it.
Imagine that first day on the force. Guys, we've got a big case. Pokemon thief. I was one day from retirement.
I want to be the very best. Best that ever was. I want this case.
This is personal.
I would love it if the guy was called Ash or something.
PC Ash.
Just,
Yeah. No, the Nicker.
Oh,
holds up a wrinkled
The
photo
knicker.
of Nurse Joy. I'll avenge you.
I want true love. Next.
Fair Games has reportedly been delayed into next year as Haven founder Jade Raymond exists.
Exits.
Report also-
Exits.
Exits making not exist.
I don't know why.
I'm glad Jade Raymond exists.
Her family are quite relieved that she does exist.
It's a brilliant slip.
I don't have to worry anymore.
Haven
with a
founder Jade
teleprompter.
Raymond exits. The report also states an internal test of the game took place recently, but some developers were concerned about how many fair games I'm fucking this one right up. We're concerned how fair games will be received. The game has been reportedly now been delayed from this autumn to spring 2020.
Is it a looter shooter?
No, it's
Well, it's a high
Extraction.
extraction.
yeah, heist extraction live service shooter.
Next.
Oodles, it's one of Sony exclusives ones.
Yeah,
This
'cause
is what you get for
yeah.
your PlayStation.
I'm not a fucking shareholder. What to do with me?
But it's, I mean, the fact that they're saying, oh, some developers are concerned about how fair games will be received. We all received it well enough when we saw the reveal. Everyone went, well, that looks shit.
It's called Fair Games. I thought it was something to do with like coconut stalls and stuff.
No,
When
it's-
when Biggie said fair games as well, like I thought that as well.
I was like,
No.
I had that on Wii.
it's
I remember the showcase. It just did not look interesting.
yeah,
None of
it's-
them do.
you know how the finals is kind of set around the idea of like this kind of lethal TV show.
No.
That's kind of what Fair Games is doing. It's kind of slightly Running Man, or do you remember that?
Why haven't they just done the Running Man?
Just make a Running Man game.
What was that awful Gerard Butler one? Gamer. It's kind of a little like that, where it's like that mixed with Payday. So you've got to do heists. It looks shit.
Fucking dull.
Move on.
Hate this trend.
Assassin's Creed Shadows can't stop the Ubisoft rot of Star Wars Outlaws and X-Defiant. This is part of a largely expected outcome amongst many onlookers, but the figures are still rather damning. The publisher made a net loss of €159
fucking hell. But
I'll fucking top them up.
with revenues, that's probably all they've taken, with revenues down 17.5% year on year.
Well, I hope people listen to me when it comes to Ubisoft. Don't buy their games day one. Buy them month two. I bet Assassin's Creed Shadows is already cheaper than when it launched by a substantial
I've
amount.
heard good things about that game, though.
I have, but I will buy it when it's £20, like I do every year.
I mean, I got Star Wars Outlaws for like £20 off CD keys.
So did I, mate. So did I. It was cheap as fuck. I don't care if I'm
No
destroying them.
interest in either.
Yeah, Star Wars Outlaws $22.99 on CD keys at the minute. And
I
that'll
bet
be
Shadows
something
is not £70 now.
Should we have a look and see what that is on CD
I
keys?
bet it's not £70. They drop every month. I'm watching.
Assassin's Creed Shadows, $36.99.
What did I tell you? The Ubisoft model works. Wait, just wait. I'll buy it when it's £20, $19.99 on the dot. Boom, and I'll have a great time.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Helldivers 2 developer Arrowhead Studios breaks away from PlayStation. Its next game will be self-funded.
Cool.
Great.
Multi-platform.
Good.
Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as it's not just Helldivers, but a different
Well,
name.
Yeah.
I think Sony own the IP for
Heaven
Helldivers.
Divers.
No, but I mean like the same style game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring on Switch
Just to be
2.
clear, they stated there was no problem with Sony. It's just that they wanted to do something on their own.
There's more money to be made everywhere.
Yeah, they can put it on everything else then, yeah.
Why wouldn't you do it? Net neutrality, baby.
Thunderbolt's director Jake Schreier could helm the MCU X-Men movie. He's apparently been in talks.
I'm not angry.
Fine. He's proven
I'm
that he
not angry at that.
can handle a team and do it with a bit of nuance. So yeah, fine, happy with that.
That does not anger me at all. Better than the last director. Check his hard drive before you sign him up, please. That's the only caveat I've got.
I mean, if you're talking about that director, you just check his hot tub.
Check
Do
his
like
hot tub.
Do a chemical analysis.
God, imagine if him and Michael Barrymore were neighbours. Jesus.
Next.
Kristen Ritter joins Daredevil Born Again Season 2, reprising her Jessica Jones role.
Oh, nice.
Fine, she was good. I like that first season.
Yeah, I did. The one with David Tennant in.
Yeah.
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 It's nice to see David Tennant playing a baddie. He's
He
good
was
at a baddie.
creepy in that,
It was
really.
good. Purple Man. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, Jessica! It's like,
Yeah, he's so good.
Might
Such a
rewatch
good
that
power
again.
as well.
I've watched that since it was out. Since it
Such
first
a good
dropped.
power, the power of persuasion. Yes, please. I'd love that.
The
Walking into a bank
studio,
going, yeah, give me 10 grand.
TV show The Studio scores a second Season 2 renewal.
excellent.
TV.
Fucking
Fucking
brilliant
what a
show.
show. What a show.
Have you finished it now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sensational.
That fucking that second to last one with the Kool-Aid dilemma. Just
I also like the last episode with Bryan Cranston high on mushrooms.
yeah.
I'm going to watch this. Don't be giving away all the funny shit.
Yeah, I don't want to watch it too.
I'm not saying what the funny shit is. It's just
When you know, you know.
Speaking of Season 2, the last one laughing, the comedy show on Prime is coming up for Season 2.
Yay.
good. Enjoyed
Yeah,
that a lot.
It all
It's one of the
depends
few
who they're
things that
gonna
all
have on.
5 of us have watched and universally loved.
It depends who they have on. It depends who they have
Oh,
on.
I know
If they've
they'll-
got fucking, I don't know, fucking, hello, it's me. What's his name? Michael McIntyre. I'm not bothered.
No, they're not going to
it's
have Michael
not.
McIntyre.
It's whoever Jimmy Carr knows.
His friends seem to be funny.
It'll be the people that you see on 8 out of 10 Cats or Cats Just Countdown, stuff like that. It'll be.
If they don't get Ramesh on, then they're missing a trick. I
Yeah,
think.
like
Ramesh, maybe Catherine Ryan.
You need Ramesh and Tom though, because the two of them make each other giggle so much.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, that'd be good. Tom, is it Tom Daly? No, that's the diver.
I can't remember his surname. It's always Ramesh and Tom for me. But yeah, and anyone like that's fine. But he's not going to get like the big BBC
Matt
names.
Berry.
Yeah.
Matt Berry.
Oh my god.
Too Hollywood now, any for it now.
Also, Matt Berry's not a stand-up. He's a comedy actor.
Yes, it doesn't matter though.
It's still Matt Berry.
Still do it.
Just walk in with the full father.
Richard Ayoade's not really a stand-up either, is he? So.
True, yeah.
No.
Dara O'Brien would be pretty good on it, I think.
Yeah,
He would.
He's bound to be on it.
Yeah. Your guy from Taskmaster that you all like, the tall guy.
Greg
Greg
Davies.
Davies, yeah.
Greg Davies.
He'd basically just look at the Taskmaster lineup and there'll just be a lot of them as well.
Yeah.
I would like to actually see, rather than Jimmy Carr hosting it, him being in it.
He would do that.
He'd be like, and everyone will start laughing.
He won't, but he won't last. He can't fucking. He wouldn't last.
For the sour one that you've never seen laugh, James A. Caster.
Ooh,
He would be
Oh,
amazing
yes.
on it.
And Josh Widdicombe as well.
Anyway,
I don't know what that one is.
you'll know when you see his face.
Okay.
Move.
Almost there. The prequel we've all been asking for, Rambo origin movie is in the works from Sisu director.
Rambo 1 is an Origins film.
Isn't that the whole point
First
of
Blood.
Rambo First Blood?
First Blood.
It's like
It's the memory.
Yeah,
How we
First
got
Blood.
like that?
Yeah, it's like when they said it's like when
Blood.
they said they were going to do a Die Hard Origins film. It was like, that's just Die Hard.
Yeah.
Or,
You wanna see
or
John
it's John
McClane in
McClane
Police
being a
Academy.
boring policeman.
Yeah, he would have
Yeah.
been cop for years.
Fuck off.
I thought you'd like that one. And just very quickly, 2 trailers that I spotted that have come out. One called The Long Walk trailer. Mark Hamill forces teens to walk or die in a Stephen King adaptation.
That
If you haven't
looks
seen it, check out the trailer.
tense as fuck, that.
I've read
It
it.
does.
I've heard the book
Yeah,
is
I like the
brutal.
idea.
I've read it. It's worse than you think, the book.
Yeah.
And I mean, not in like it's bad. I mean, it's fucking brutal.
As are most of the good Stephen King books, they're always worse
Yeah.
than you think.
He's been firing on all cylinders for the last 10 years. That man.
I hope
Say
they
he's
don't
getting
turn
his
it.
Twilight years.
I hope they don't tone it down. I literally want to walk out
No,
of
I
the
hope
film.
they don't.
I want to walk out of the film destroyed, which is a
Yeah.
weird thing
From
to
what
say
I've seen
about a
of the
film.
trailer, it
but-
looks pretty...
Considering the subject, I
wanna be
want it to
sweating-
hit me.
You want to be sweating by the end of it.
Yeah.
Imagine Candy having to walk on the bones of your ankles.
Oh no. I
They
feel
have
like that
to-
every day when I wake up, when I get out of bed.
If you don't know what this is, like listeners, like it is literally a story about a bunch of young men, teens who have to just walk. They all sign up for a competition. Last one to be left wins the competition, wins the money, and you have to walk. You cannot slow down below something like 3 miles an hour. So tying your shoelace can fuck you up. Needing the toilet, everything, like you just have to walk, and you are constant.
Twisting
they are
your
constantly,
ankle.
yeah, like followed by people with
Like-
guns.
It's like they have to walk as
They're
12
in
hours,
tanks and trucks. and
12
stuff.
hours a day or something like that, don't they? And then
Yep.
there's no finish
awful.
line either. They just keep
Yeah.
walking till one's left.
The descriptions in the story are disgusting.
So
Oh, get ready.
So on something more lighter, the Superman trailer number 2 has been released. The full trailer. You guys check it out?
Still looks good.
of course I have.
I am.
It looks great, and he does the switch between Clark and Superman in that trailer, and
Which is all you need.
it works. He does the whole
That's all you
the way
need.
he's talking to Lois as normal, and she's like, "I want to interview Superman." He's like, "Superman," and he literally just changes his physique.
Does
and
his chest
voice,
go up?
And his voice changes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's
He like
Does they call
like
him Miss
sit-
Lane?
he sits up like rigid straight, puffs his chest
Yeah.
out, and his voice gets like a tone deeper.
Yeah.
And
he
it's
does
just
say
like,
Miss Lane, doesn't he? Actually,
Yeah.
Miss Lane.
Does it?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what he does.
yeah.
That's what he does in the. That's what he does in the comics.
Oh, I'm really
in
really
the
looking forward
comics,
to
like
this.
notoriously, he's got a a southern state accent or like a Midwestern accent. But when
Was
he's
it
Superman,
Kansas
it's
or
like,
something he's from?
Kansas, yeah, Smallville. And when he was Superman, he's like, "Hello, I am Superman." Puts on a voice.
It's just, I mean, you should watch.
There is a little bit of dodgy CGI in the trailer, but they'll either
Yeah, but it's
tie
also
that
probably
up
not
or-
finished.
It's probably
Wow,
not
it's
finished.
only a month away from coming out, so.
Crack on, lad.
I'm excited for this, and this is the first time I've ever actually been excited for a Superman film, because obviously the good ones, the very first two, the
Came out
Christopher
before we
Reeve
were
ones,
born.
came out
Yeah,
before I was going to be Dad's
The,
eye.
the first
Yeah.
two, yes.
And then what do we had since then? Superman Returns with Brandon
Roof. Yeah.
Ruth.
It was a
that's
great trailer, though. That trailer did get me excited, but the film
Yeah.
is meh.
Film's not good. And then I didn't like Man of Steel or
BVS.
I didn't like any of the Cavill ones.
He just looked good. That was it.
I liked Cavill as Superman. I just didn't like the films.
There was one scene when he were Clark Kent, when he got in bathtub with Lois Lane. That is the most Clark Kent thing. That was it.
But that's the thing that you've said it before. Is like Henry Cavill he looks great for Superman, but his change,
It doesn't look
his difference
good for
between
Clark Kent.
Clark and Superman. And you
It's
said before,
nothing.
you'd just be like, "That's Superman." That's Superman.
Look at the most handsome man on the
Yeah,
planet.
whereas Reeves played two completely
he
different
made
characters.
it look like he had a fucking limp. He made his
Yeah,
shoulders
and he was like
his
such a
back go
dweeb,
down.
like,
He
wasn't
didn't
he?
look muscly.
Yeah, and it looks like they're doing the same with this new one as well with Corin Sweat. Like there's scenes of him like with his hair's completely different, and that you
He
look
has to
at
have a
him and go-
different posture. He's
and you'd be like,
snapped.
yeah, you kind of look like Superman, but you're not Superman. Fuck off.
Look at you,
Like,
you nerd.
yeah, like. Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it.
Good.
I've never not liked a James Gunn film as well, so track record for
Same.
me is like
Same.
spot on.
Yep. Same. Even Slither.
Mm-hmm.
That was a
I
good
love
film.
Slither.
Did he
Yeah.
do that?
Oh,
Yeah, he did
that
that,
was
yeah.
like his first hit.
Wow.
It's fucking
Yeah,
daft
it's
as
good.
fuck, but it's
Such a
entertaining.
good
It
film.
is.
Such a good
Yeah.
film.
Some that he's written and produced, I haven't got on with, but his actual directed films, I've enjoyed all of them.
He's a visionary. Next.
Finally over to the Weird World Web. Strap in for this one. There's a lot to unpack here. Literally. Blackpool hotel staff botch husband's romantic gesture for wife. Husband's attempt at romantic surprise went hilariously awry when he returned to the hotel room with his wife to find the bed covered in crisps. Rachel
big.
Norman, 36, and her husband, Johnny, 35, decided to mark her birthday with an evening out in Blackpool, Lancashire. In a bid to surprise his crisps-mad wife, Johnny secretly asked the hotel staff to scatter 30 assorted packets of crisps on the bed as a surprise while they were away. However, staff misunderstood the request and instead opened the
Open the
bags and
packets.
sprinkled the crisps on the sheets like salty confetti. When she opened the door, stunned Rachel thought they were victims of a strange break-in, but she still decided to eat some of them.
Off a fucking
After a
bed in
mortified-
Blackpool.
After a mortified Johnny explained what must have happened, the pair couldn't stop laughing. Rachel loves crisps and would eat 4 packs a day, spending up to £15 a week on them,
Yikes.
until cutting
What does
down
she look
to
like?
one every 2 days recently in a bid to be healthier.
I've just sent you all the picture from the news article. This was sent to us by Monk's Boy.
I need to see what she looks like.
In the WhatsApp.
Oh, it's kind of like rose petals.
But not.
Are there pork
you can-
scratchings at the back? They look like pork
Yeah, I was about to
scratchings
say
at the
you can see
back.
pork scratchings. You can see some prawn cocktail ones. You can see some smoky bacons.
Johnny
Ready-
said,
just for some
looking back,
ready
it
crisps."
really is funny, like we had some sort of prawn cocktail crisp fetish. Hotel staff changed the sheets and gave the couple a voucher for another night's stay. I like the fact that they had to point out that they changed the sheets as if it's not a normal practice for a hotel.
You've made your bed, now lay in it. That's fucking wild. But it sounds like something Stig would do. I've booked as
I
a
like the
special
fact that
night
she
out.
went ahead and ate some of them anyway. It's just like,
I would not eat anything that has touched a fucking bed sheet in Blackpool.
Mate, I've been to Blackpool once. It was the most disgusting place on earth.
Yeah, they're not great, those hotels.
Fucking rancid. Absolutely rancid. Cool, that's the news and what news it was. Let's get on to what we've been up to these past couple of weeks. I want to start with Candy this week.
Well, actually, the spare time that I have had has been used playing the beta test of Firebreak, but I'm not allowed to talk about that yet.
You're not. You're under embargo.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
As
what
we
I'm gonna
all
have to, so what I'm gonna have to chat about, and guys, I've fallen in deep to VR
Fallout?
chat. No,
VR chat.
VR chat, and Stig, I blame you partially for this.
I
Because
thought
you
you
was
was
VR
VR
chat.
chat.
VR chat me. I don't.
Okay, well, so VR chat, if you don't know, it's
Stig doesn't
self-explanatory. You choose your little avatar, you go around to different worlds, but these worlds, there's thousands of them, and they've got everything. I went to a Fallout vault. I went to the apartment in Cyberpunk. I've been to. There's everything you could possibly hope and dream. It's so
Can you
much
go
better
to
than
a
real
Crisp
life.
Hotel in Blackpool.
Do you know what? If I
Did you go to one of the
search for
furry
it, there
bars?
might be there'd be a shitty hotel for sure. I've played Cards Against Humanity with people, and here's the best bit: you can play
got
it by
boyfriend.
yourself. You don't have to speak to people. You can just visit. You can just visit these worlds. But some of the, like, in all seriousness, some of these worlds are so creative. They're made by like actual artists and everything, and it's like really peaceful place to be. It's so much better than real life. I'm moving
Is
in.
the sex worlds.
Oh, there's sex worlds. The amount of furry worlds.
I'm sorry.
Furry worlds.
I'm taken aback because I didn't know you had VR. I can't picture you with a VR helmet on, Candy, at all.
You want to say?
I'm not asking you to do
She
it.
blames
little
me. She blames me
demonstration.
because
She's got one as well.
I convinced her to buy a VR. Yeah. She's like, I'm thinking about doing this because it'd be really good for these, and you can do this in VR. I went, just get it.
Yeah, I did. Well, I did genuinely get it for art stuff because there's one app that you can use called Contour, where basically,
Yes.
like, if rather than using a projector, you can just anchor it to a wall, and that's really handy because I do murals and stuff.
She
So
doodles.
therefore, it's tax deductible.
Yeah.
But yeah, just stumbled into VR chat, and it's a whole new world.
So, have you got an internet boyfriend yet? Then
Not yet. But I'm
time.
going to say that I'm going to have to venture into actually talking to people. That's the issue, see. So far, I've been by myself and it's been bloody lovely.
also, Stig being very coy about this means he's been in VR chat before.
I haven't been
can
in
tell.
VR chat. I haven't. I don't.
The lady doth protest so much.
No.
keeps looking
I
at
have
his
a
door in case his
question.
wife's there.
I genuinely have not been in. That stuff doesn't interest. I just play the games.
What do you think? Has he been in or not?
I believe Stig hasn't been in there. I'm fairly sure he's rattled through a lot of the porn sites, but I don't think he's been in VR chat.
No, I did it once.
So I've got a
Not
question
great.
here. So, Candy, if you said you visited, I don't know, the Fallout place or the apartment in Cyberpunk, whatever, could you tell how many people have visited that place? Like, do you know?
Yeah,
people
so
in
you can see how many people are in that specific place at the time.
Easy for you to
Specific,
say.
yeah, easy for me to say. But you can start your own instance, so you can go in there by yourself, or it can be just friends only. I found a
dare
Stray
you.
world the other day. There's a world of Stray with the robots.
Yeah.
Don't
Oh,
shake
nice.
your head
That's
because
quite
I know you
cool.
would be straight in there like a fiery moss.
Well, I dare you to use your artistic skills to create your own place where you have your RGB bed, and let's see how many visitors you get in that because of your gaming
Well-
bedroom.
Funnily enough, not only that, Robotic Monkey pointed out to me that I could make avatars and make a killing. All you got to do is be able to make a big boovy bunny girl. The avatar that I was using, I jumped up and down, and my boobs went gadong, 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 even more than my actual
now your pimp. Is he your pimp now?
His digital
Yeah.
pimp hard at work.
digital pimp. Yeah,
I've seen
lady in the
videos
red dress.
of these people in this. They're literally their bars, and it's full of furries. People in there
it's
like
a lot of
furry
furries.
areas, and they're like
So
they're
weird.
like having serious relationships on there. And there's a guy who goes around these just to kind of he's filming it and he's been talking to them. And
Yeah, they're
pe-
MPs. Some of them.
People get so wound up about like with them, and if you touch them, they go, "Don't go through me." I can feel that in real life. I get phantom touch, and I'm just like, "Shut up."
What?
Yeah, people are like, "If you go through me, I can feel it," and the guy's like, "No, you can't." And like they proper kick off at him. This one guy was
There's
like,
people that I'm sure just live in there.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
going to be
yeah.
me
What's
soon.
wrong with people?
"Yeah, I mean, some people are lonely, so like I can get it if you find people on there, but it's just the."
Yeah, I agree.
There was one
There's a lot.
guy, one video I saw, and he's it's a very bad, but the guy at the bar who was pretending to be the bartender was just a skeleton, and it was just a skeleton just talking away. And it just looked so funny because it was just like, and then he finishes his conversation and just dropped off. It's like,
I feel like it's one of those things that, because I am who I am, I'd get barred from most of these places.
I probably would.
Although it's
Stig as
fairly
well.
fast. The rules do not exist in VR chat really at the moment. Like everything.
Sign me up.
Everything uses copyrighted material. I found a sleep token world the other day. It's this huge. Like,
Biggy's going on to start his own Third Reich. Finally,
I'm sure if you
in
searched.
peace.
Give me the fourth one.
He's got it all planned. He's got his manifesto ready.
The new order.
3D Reich.
Ooh, I like it. But all in all, though, is it a very nice, innocent way to spend your time? Because I can imagine you can block out the negative sides to stuff like that quite easily.
I mean, it depends who you are and who you're with. But for me, I can just chill, like anything you can think of. I found a chapel dedicated to Ghost. Anything. I ran out of things that I love.
Isn't it?
I went to the last drop in Arcane. Honestly,
Wow. So is there actually games involved in it, or is it more like?
there can be
simple,
games. It's more of a
card
more of a
games?
hangout. It's more of a hangout. But you can watch like if there's a cinema screen, you can watch YouTube together. You can play pool. You can play Cards Against Humanity.
You could
There's a
potentially play hopscotch or something simple.
Yeah, well, there's a D&D room. You can play actual D&D. I think it's integrated with
not
Roll
get enough?
20 or something.
Nice.
Never enough.
Do people leave reviews on the rooms they've been to?
I think they probably do. I haven't looked that
Please
deeply into
please
it.
do yours. I'd
Shall
love
I?
to hear the feedback from
Well,
people
why
that
don't
have
you,
gone,
Candy?
This room would be perfect set for that weird glowing coloured bed.
Why
What's up
don't you
with that
go
bed?
in, Candy, create a room with a cinema, and it just our podcast on loop?
I could do that. In fact, I will. I think
Put
if
our
I can,
artwork everywhere.
yeah,
Yeah.
if I can figure out how to screen record, I'll do that.
And we are. I mean, Biggie called them weird, but we are furry friendly over here. I mean, some of us are quite furry anyway, just in general.
They're not hurting anyone, are they?
Just by
furries?
being, aren't we, Gadget? We're just a furry men.
We're just normal.
Just
men.
fair, man.
Yeah. We ain't got tails, unfortunately, but with enough patron money, I'll do whatever you want.
Oh, let me tell you, I have to say a mistake I made because I've been taking it to the toilet. Sorry, Stig, I have.
Oh,
I can
God.
sit on the toilet and I'm on the smiler. But here's the thing: if
Are you sure you're actually on the toilet?
yeah, here's the thing though: if you're in a chat room and you're stood up and you suddenly like squat down and you stay
They know
down in
you're
that
having a
position
shit.
they fucking know you're having a shit.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're on mute.
Oh,
You're
God.
walking around like they know.
Do they see their hand like reaching behind and wiping its ass? Oh no, you don't wipe your ass, do you? I remember.
No, I do wipe I don't wash my hands. When I'm, I wipe my ass.
Oh God.
When I'm at home.
See?
And when it's a number one.
Sometimes it's such a mystery why you're single. It really is.
I know, right?
Just become a tad feral.
Yeah.
She's on Tinder and she's like, "Do you want to meet up?" She's like, "I can't. I'm on VR chat
Whilst taking a
in the
dump.
game of bed."
I'm doing a poo in VR and in real life.
Have a chat on the
So
smiler.
meta.
Have you done anything else this week?
Not really.
Brilliant. Love it.
We've lost her. We've lost her. Right then, let's move on to Stig, someone who always provides the content.
I have a couple of things. One is not new. It's been out for a very long time. One is new. But
Nice. Let's go.
So I wanted to talk about this one because it's the first time I've ever seen it, and I went to go see Apocalypse Now, the final cut at the cinema.
Oh,
First
nice.
time.
First time I've ever watched it. I know of it, and I know like
Yeah, of course you do.
yeah. But you know what I'm like. If I don't know a film, I don't look up the plot. I don't want to know anything about it. Like, so the most I've ever seen is like, you know, a random clip or still from it.
Our Simpsons reference.
Yeah, like I kind of just don't tune into it because I want to experience it for the first time. Yeah, it was fucking brilliant, absolutely
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Told you.
Yeah, like I said, I knew nothing about this film plot wise, and yeah, I loved it. I love how the film portrays itself as this like hoorah America bombast to start with, and then just descends into a full-on horror film.
Oh, it's a horror, mate.
Yeah. The Ride of the Valkyries helicopter charge on the village fucking blew me away. I'm watching this thinking, how the fuck did he film this in the 70s? There's no CGI involved.
There's a great documentary to follow that.
I know.
Yeah,
I've
watch
heard.
Heart of Darkness,
I need to watch.
mate.
Yeah,
That'll blow your mind as well.
but it's just like the way it's filmed. It's so seamless and it looks incredible. And it's like, and there's no CGI because they didn't have it then. But it's there's no like backdrops scenes. So like in some of these films where when someone's like in the 70s, someone's sat in a car and you can clearly tell behind them it's just a rolling footage.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing like that. It's not like people are sat in helicopters on a soundstage and behind them is like
No, they're actually
video
in those
play.
helicopters.
Well, it's funny you
Oh,
mention that. There's a scene in the documentary Heart of Darkness where he talks about the struggles of making that film.
Yes.
And at one point, they've got this massive set that they're working on. There's going to be explosions going off, and they've got the choppers coming in. And they've hired the choppers from the local or whatever Filipino militia. And halfway through recording that day, the choppers fly away. And he's like, where are they going? Oh, they're going to take out this rival militia. And they literally went to war. And they couldn't film because the choppers went off. It's just, he's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with that?
I need to watch this because
Crazy.
the film is
Do you
great.
know,
Like
now you've seen Apocalypse Now. Do you find it so weird that like Coppola did like Godfather this and then Bram Stoker's Dracula?
that run that he had in the 70s is untouched.
It's insane,
by it.
isn't it?
It's Godfather, Conversation, this, and Godfather Part 2. Like those four films in a row is absolutely insane.
I mean,
In the space of like 6 or 7 years.
What's more insane is that he survived the making of Apocalypse Now, because that's a film that just
it really is.
nearly killed everybody involved.
Yeah,
Just
I
through
want to
sheer
watch it.
grit and determination.
Most of the actors got trench foot, which hasn't been a thing since World War II.
Martin Sheen had a heart attack on set.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, so they just, speaking of that, the Sheen and the characters, like I would say, I kind of loved the Colonel Bill character to start with. He's so unhinged, but like quite cool. Like every time every time like a bomb goes off or a grenade goes off, everyone's diving down, and he's just like stood there, like with his bare chest out, like
He's used to it.
just wants to go surfing. It's like it's fucking insane, but like an absolute hard ass. Sheen is great throughout.
What about little Lawrence Fishburne, his first role?
Didn't even recognise it was him.
He was 16 in that.
Yeah, didn't even recognise it was him until after the film. Sheen's great. The supporting team on the boat are all really good. Brando's incredible. The way that he lights Brando up in this film is genuinely one of the best portrayals of a horror character I've ever seen in my life.
That's cinematography.
Every single shot of him is in like the perfect lighting. He looks like a monster. The way he's lit, the angles he's shot from, his dialogue. It's fucking incredible how well Brando's shot in this film for the small amount of time
to this age and you've never watched it. It blows my mind.
Yeah, but the best thing about it is because it's like 3 hours, and sometimes you just go, okay, well, I'm gonna sit down and watch like 3 hours, 3 hour war film. It's you've got to kind of get yourself in the right mind frame for it.
It's not getting family round, is it? Come on.
But I just thought it's in the cinema. It's the 4K version. It looked incredible. It genuinely, for me, it could be a brand new film because of how good it looked. You can see every bead of sweat, every raindrop that falls on them. It's that clear. Like whatever they've done to this, just immense.
Remember when I told you that Amazon Prime did a 4K cut of Total Recall, the original, and Biggie went and watched it the same as me, and they were like, "My God, it looks like it was made yesterday."
This could have been for me.
Some of these
could have been.
restored 4K things look insane. They've done the thing, haven't they? And that looks amazing.
Yeah, I've got the thing. I've got it up there. And I'm going to watch it.
It looks amazing.
Got my new TV. Got an Xbox. Like can now play it all.
Yeah.
Like 4K and best. So
Get them watched.
But yeah, it was just.
I mentioned it before. The Doc in the Thing. He's got a nose ring, which I never noticed in previous movies.
Because it's 4K now. Yeah.
It's the benefit of them remastering these old pre-CGI films that were filmed on 35mm. Because 35mm is clearer than digital in every way, shape, or form. So they downsampled down to 4K, and it looks glorious. It's when you get
The
these
sound's better as well. The mixing's better.
Yeah, it's like when you get these upscales of modern films to 4K, that's when it all goes to shit. Yeah, because it's all digital.
Yeah. I'm glad you've seen it though. It's like it's a timeless fucking classic. It's like the word cinematography like came from that film. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's something I look out for a lot in films. I know I talk about it a lot, and it's nice now to know that you've seen it. I didn't know you'd not seen it.
Yeah, I know. The only part in it is like the French plantain sequence.
Yeah.
Take that
Everyone
out.
says the same.
You take that out.
Everyone says the same.
The film doesn't change. I get it. It's like kind of a respite before the madness of the finale. Kind of get it. It's like, but I don't know. It just felt a bit. It felt like
It's the calm before the storm.
It felt like him being like, I'm going to put my artsy bit in here now and some boobs and stuff.
Got to get some titties in there.
Yeah, but yeah, incredible. Otherwise, I genuinely was like, there was just scenes in it. I was just mind blown.
It's a mad film because I bet it's one of them you walked out with like, I need to tell everyone about this film, and then you're like, oh shit, everyone has seen this.
Yeah,
film.
pretty much. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about
awesome.
it.
Yeah, do watch the documentary, mate. It's
Heart of
well
Darkness
worth
is it's longer than the film.
it. Yeah.
I will watch it.
It's mental.
So the other thing I've done this week is a review of a game that I was given a code for, so I'm now allowed to talk about it because it's out and it's already been reviewed by all the other major places.
Not the major place, us.
Yeah, but not the major place, that is us. Yeah, The Precinct is a
Oh, I got a code for it.
action
Hold on.
adventure video
You
game
just haven't
developed
played
by
it.
Fallen Tree Games, published by Koali, and it kind of takes its inspiration from earlier Grand Theft Auto games. It's got like a top-down perspective, but it's more like an isometric view. So it's kind of like, imagine Grand Theft Auto 2.5. So it shifted from that top-down view to an isometric before it went full 3D.
Is it a bit like Chinatown was?
Chinatown was, yeah.
An angle.
Pretty much, yeah. So yeah, this obviously you're playing. It's like got a sandbox city that you can kind of play around in. It's a little bit open world. It's so what it is you play as a detective. Not actually, don't you play as a beat cop? And I cannot remember his name now. I apologize, but it doesn't really matter.
Frank Drebin.
So you play as this beat cop whose dad used to be on the force, and this is kind of like, oh, you're new to the force. These are the ropes. This is all kind of like what you do, and you're sent out onto the streets to go and do a patrol around the streets and be a cop. So imagine like this is like the opposite side of Grand Theft Auto, where you go around doing criminal activity. In this one, you go around doing police activity. So yeah, it's the aesthetics of it, absolutely lovely. I love the aesthetics on this, especially at nighttime, because it's set in the 80s. It's got like a real like 80s New York vibe to it.
A lot of steam coming out of the ground.
It's a bit down. It's a bit dirty. It's a bit grimy. Yeah. I think setting it in the 80s was a really great idea because not only does the aesthetic look good, but it means it's more grounded and simplistic. So there's no drones, no mobile phones,
internet.
There's no hacking, there's nothing like that. It's just a policeman with his gun, his badge, his car, and his radio. It kind of makes it simple. Plus, it gives you like a real 80s buddy cop feeling because you do drive around with an older policeman like who's showing you the ropes, and it's like right down to the music. So yes, Biggie, it does have saxophone music in there.
I played it for about an hour or so.
Yeah.
You need to review it, mate. You got a code?
I know. My plan was to review it, but I've been playing something else, which I'll get into later. But yeah, it's. I know what he's talking about.
Yeah, there's no cutscenes in it, but rather the dialogue's delivered through like hand-drawn like character art. So like JRPGs, you'll have like a character come up on screen when they talk, and then when the other one talks, that'll come to the forefront and that'll drop back like that. So that's how they.
I have a little bit of an issue with that because I think the artwork is fantastic. It looks great. I totally agree with the stuff around the city. But my problem with the voice acting is that it sounds exactly like it's voice actors. It doesn't sound natural. It just sounds like one person speaks, the next person speaks.
Yeah, I was about to say the same
thing. It's an indie game.
So the thing is, it is all voice acted, which is really good. Like I like when it first popped up, And it was like that's it's going to be like reading constantly. You're going to constantly like reading about.
I'm gonna have to read.
No, but like you're going to have to read about case files and everything, and it's constantly just going to be like, oh, you're going to have to read the banter. Reading banter between police people doesn't work, but it's not. It's all voice acted. But your character, especially your character, it's kind of fine in those cutscenes. It's not top of the range, but it's decent enough. It's when you're out on the streets, your character shows like zero emotion, depending on what situation. Right? So if I'm giving someone a ticket and saying like, "Hold up, police," like that kind of thing, he sounds exactly the same. If someone's shooting at me and I'm chasing after him, he's like, he's being shot at and you're shooting him. It's just like, "Stop, police, hold up there," and you're like, you could have put a bit more emotion into that.
Yeah,
but,
agreed.
So you go out on the beat and you're busting people. That's really fun. You can do all kinds of things. You can arrest people for speeding. You can have you can check license plates as you're driving, see if there's anything up with the car, which sometimes does happen. I just randomly checked a van and it was like, yeah, that van's been known in some criminal activity. Pulled it over. The guy got out and legged it. So you can issue parking fines. So you'll drive past, that car's parked legally. I'm just going to go give it a fine. Littering, breaking up fights, dealing with vandals, all the way up to like robberies and shootouts. So yeah, the reason you kind of stop and you do a lot of that mundane stuff is because you get experience points for it. So the more you arrest them, you read them the rights, you go through a number of checks. You got to make sure you do the right checks and say you're under arrest for this, and this. If you try and book them for the wrong crime, you lose experience points. So you can't just kind of you can play it as a bad cop if you want to be. You can go around and like use excessive force and chase people and shoot them.
Yeah, it's trying to be more of
no
a police
reason.
sim, though, isn't it?
But you can just like ram your car through stuff. But if you play as a bad cop and you don't play fairly, you don't get the experience points, and your character won't level up. So you won't be able. The experience points kind of go towards extra health, extra stamina, bigger ammo. Getting access to shotguns and other weapons. So it's advantageous to actually do the police work and do like the kind of shitty work, like the tickets and the stuff like that. And then in between all that, there's like a story going on about trying to bring down criminal gangs and stuff in the city. So you are trying to bit by bit arresting you start with the lower level thugs, working your way up to like trying to get to the bigger boss. You're working with the detectives have you on, you're the man on the street for the detectives kind of thing. So there is like about a 10 to 12 hour campaign on the go. You can then just do police stuff outside of that if you want, but I mean, once you've done the campaign, there's probably not really much else to do. You can call in riot vans, roadblocks, extra police, backup, helicopters. You get to fly and control helicopters and like shoot from them and chase criminals through. So there's loads of stuff you can do. So for a small little indie game, like I think they put a lot of good effort into it. I would just say that the problem with it is it does start to get a little bit samey, and so
it's a good job it's not too long then.
Yeah, exactly. Like if it was 25 hours of doing mundane police stuff, you're like, okay, this is not.
It's a full-time job, isn't it? End of the day.
Yeah. So, but you can jumping in and out. It's a perfect kind of game to just jump in and out of, because you do a little mission here on the side, you do a little police business here, and then you play for an hour. And even if you don't progress much of the story, you're doing stuff. The only thing that really annoys me was you're driving around, you're doing your patrol, and you get a call, say, from dispatch saying this is happening here. Can you take it, yes or no? So you click yes. So you as a police officer are, at this moment, predisposed. You are off doing a job that you did. While you're doing that job, you then start getting calls going, oh, something else is happening. Can you take it? I'm like, no, I'm in the middle of, like, doing this. And like, I wish the game would do that, because it's constantly going, can you do this? Can you do that? It's like, no, I'm chasing this person down. I'm arresting them, I'm booking them, got to take them back to the police station, because, you get more experience points if you hand them in personally rather than getting another copper to pick them up. It's like, and there's a bit of jank to it. Nothing that's game breaking, but it's like clipping through stuff and like getting stuck
I just find the controls a little bit awkward as well.
Yeah.
It takes a little while to get used to the control scheme.
The shooting especially.
Weird. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, the shooting, but the driving's all right. The driving's quite fun. You just whack a siren on and everyone gets out your way. But And you can bomb it around like GTA. You don't have to stick to the roads because you're a copper. You don't have to like stop at a red light, do your turn signals. You just barge your way through them. If you've got to be somewhere, it's like, get out my way.
You proper flip cars out the
drive
way
through a
and
fence.
stuff.
But it's really fun because what you can do is there's a scene early on, like it's kind of getting you to the ropes and stuff. There's a bank robbery going on. You can hide behind like your car, and you can do like that. You know, like you can jump and slide across the bonnet and things like that, and you can duck and cover between environments. And so yeah, it's probably, I'm leaning 7.5 out of 10 kind of environment, but it's for to just pick up and play on my ally. It's like kind of perfect for just a little play here and there. So yeah, it's good, but not.
Check it out, guys.
Amazing.
The Precinct.
Yep.
Right, I'll go next. I've only really done one new thing. I've been watching a new show, and I'm kind of in love with it a little bit. It's really good. Apple TV coming out the gates again after the studio, after a few other hits. Quite prestige, isn't it, Apple TV, when you think of it?
They're doing well.
They do shit well.
They do shit well, and I've started watching Your Friends and Neighbours. John Hamm's new vehicle.
Oh.
So, let me give you the synopsis. John Hamm, handsome, successful, hedge fund bank manager,
Okay.
rich, like Bay Ridge rich.
He does enjoy playing rich people.
Yeah, imagine his whole world turning upside down in the first episode.
Oh no, is it his fault?
He slept with a co-worker.
There you go.
And it's 2025. You can't do that anymore, John
No.
Hamm.
Not the 60s anymore.
What a silly ham.
This is basically like if Mad Men was now. There are laws that protect people.
He knows what he's doing then.
Human resources departments.
There is HR, yes. Obviously he loses his wife. That's not his fault. She did have an affair with his best friend.
Oh, so they're all having
he loses-
affairs.
He loses it. Mate, it's New Haven in New York. It's like very rich, isn't it? It's fucking... They're very rich. All his peers are like kind of... They're still like... It's part of the elite circle, but they know he's now renting a bigger house near his wife's... His house that he owns, his mansion, and he's down on his luck, and his life's a bit... And he's bleeding money, because he's still got to pay for his kids' tuition. One of his daughter wants to go to Princeton and stuff like that. He's still got to act the big rich man as to keep up appearances. Keeping up with the Joneses, I believe they call it, don't they?
Yeah.
He's got no money. So what does he know more than anything? He's lost his job. He knows about all his rich peers.
Ooh.
And he knows how they don't lock their doors, for instance, on a night. He knows how...
Is he off on the rob?
He's off on the rob, Gadget.
Oh.
So...
Steal from the rich to give to the formerly rich.
Well, they don't know he's formerly rich. They still think he's rich. So he's never going to be a suspect if, let's say, he goes into one of his friends, inverted commas, house while he knows they're at the Hamptons and steals 3 or 4 of their Rolexes, for instance. Like... They're not going to notice that their Rolexes are gone for a long time because they are rich people. They don't check. They don't check for a long time. They don't. Some of them forget, as he states. It's one of those as well. He narrates the whole thing, which is I always appreciate in these kind of things.
Yeah.
Kind of a Wolf of Wall Street type thing. He's letting us all know because we are not rich people. We don't know how they live. So he's talking us through it. And he's really good at robbing and making money. So obviously... Like he's not stealing like money. He's stealing valuables that, again, like they don't realize that they've lost one of their sapphires out of their collection of 40 sapphires, and he's having to go to like the bad side of town to fence these things because he hasn't got any certificates. He hasn't got any because with a Rolex, for instance, you have to have a certificate, don't you?
Yes.
To sell it. So he's going to fences, he's going to dodgy places to do it, and. What's happening in his depressed life is he's starting to get a rush for it. He kind of likes it. And that's when everything starts going downhill. When you start getting addicted to something, what happens?
Should listen to Walter White.
Exactly. But yeah, he's still balanced through the day. He's still pretending he's a rich New Haven socialite. People are saying, "Oh, we heard you got dropped from the hedge fund," and he's like, "No, I didn't get dropped. I'm working with United Arab Emirates now, so no one can look into him."
Yeah.
He's not working with UAE at all. He's stealing from you while he's out in your barbecue enjoying your champagne. And like as he's talking to them and they're having some dialogue, his narrative's coming in background, and you're like, "Oh, John Hamm's good. John Hamm's good." He's also sleeping with people's wives because it's a rush. He's sleeping with Olivia Munn, which is one of his friends' ex-wives. Why wouldn't you?
Psylocke herself.
Yeah, why wouldn't you? Yeah, and it's really, but he's also balancing the fact that his family are a bit fucked. Like his son's really quiet. They're fearing he might have autism or something along those lines. Some social difficulties. His daughter's 17 and she's sleeping with a 22-year-old. That kind of thing. His sister's schizophrenic, so he's also having to look after it. And all the while, all his life, his bank balance is just bleeding. A bank balance he hasn't got because he's just got cash now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what happens when you fence money. And it's just a really good, like, opposite Mad Men. Do you know what I mean?
I'm intrigued.
It's the Apple greatness that you get from Apple TV Plus. It's really prestige. It's really flashy. About 45-minute episodes, proper. There's comedy to it as well. It's not a comedy, but there is.
He does that well, doesn't he, Ham?
Yeah, he does. He does, and he's
Hams
just,
it up.
He does ham it up. He's one of those actors that you can watch and you can let him narrate something to you, and he does a really clever, fun bit in the first episode on his first Rob where he's going. It's not really a spoiler. It's in the trailer as well. He goes in and he's at one of his socialite friends' house. He knows they're away. And then the neighbour would watch police. He sees sirens. So normally you'd panic and try and jump out the window. No, he just puts a dressing gown on and pretends he's the house owner.
Yeah.
Because he can. He knows how to act and talk like them.
Nice.
And he's wearing the Rolex that he's planning on nicking. You know what I mean? So he's deliberately like rolling his sleeve up so that the police see that he's got that Rolex. Smart. John Hamm. It's really good. It's not called John Hamm, by the way. It's called Your Friends and Neighbours. And it's if you've got Apple TV, it's proper worth a watch. I don't think all the episodes. I've not finished it, but it's one of those where it's coming out. But there's about 6 or 7 episodes already available.
Oh, nice. I
And
can start that after I finish Mad Men.
Yeah, it's a nice accoutrement to Mad Men because I've finished a rewatch of that recently, and it's nice to see him doing the down and out kind of person because in Mad Men he's so slick, isn't he?
Yeah.
Gets away.
How do you find Mad Men on a rewatch?
It holds up.
I'm enjoying it on the first watch.
Yeah,
Near the end of the 5th season now.
it's one of the best shows ever made. But yeah, this is obviously it's not Mad Men. Don't get me wrong, but it's a really good if you fancy a little bit of that, seeing how the other side live and how because he's from that side he can penetrate and get in and steal, and it's just really, and obviously there's a few cliffhangers that I've just left it at now and I'm like, how's he going to get out of this one? But I know he will. It's John Hamm. But yeah, I really recommend it. It's nice bit of prestige telly, and that's all I've really done. I've been reading books, but who cares about books? Get it? What you been doing? Reading books?
No, actually, listening to books, but I'm not talking about that this week. So a couple of things. Speaking of Apple TV's prestige television, Pip and I have watched the first 3 episodes that are available of The Long Way Home, the new Ewan McGregor, Charlie Bowman thing.
I haven't
out?
started it, but I know it's just going to be great.
It is great. It's just
I love the first 2.
It's just 3. There's 4 of them
3.
now. Yeah. It's just proper comfort telly. It's Ewan McGregor
They're
and
great
Charlie
guys, aren't
Bowman. This time they're doing Europe over 2 months
On old bikes.
On old bikes, yeah. So I don't.
It was
know much
electric
about,
bikes last time, wasn't it?
It was electric
Yeah.
last time, yeah.
Didn't
So
go
like
down
this,
well.
so this one, it's Ewan McGregor's brought his own 1970s Moto Guzzi, and then
Italian. Yeah.
Charlie Bowman has got an old BMW from the 70s
Of course
as
he
well.
has. German. It's got to be German for Bowman.
Yeah, and yeah, they are travelling. So they go Scotland, drive down to Newcastle, ferry to Amsterdam, and then it's like Amsterdam into Germany, into Denmark,
Scandinavia.
into all the way around Scandinavia, Eastern Europe, back.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, they
3
can't go through
episodes.
Russia this time, can they?
No.
Ill-advised.
But you know what? It's just really nice. It's like a really comforting, warm show because they are such good friends. They're really good mates to each other.
Do you know what I love about their relationship? They're not scared to hug each other in public.
No.
Like good bros should.
You do get a bit of Ewan McGregor bottom as well. They
Get naked again.
They do naked sauna.
Yeah,
I'm
of course
in.
he
I'm
does.
in.
He's always getting his ass out.
Ah, he loves it. What's poignant about this one as well is because I don't know if you'd seen the news. Charlie Borman a few years ago had a really horrendous motorcycle accident where they basically had to fucking rebuild him.
Weren't he in a coma as well?
He was in a coma for a while. He had serious brain injuries. Like he even shows you a couple of shots of him in the hospital. Like the first time he stood up from the bed and all that. And like he looks like a broken old man at that point. And
Well,
so seeing him,
he's coming up to his 70s, surely. 60s, late 60s.
no, they're both in their 50s.
I thought, oh, really?
No, Charlie Borman's not any older than Ewan McGregor is.
Born in
No, they met
66.
on set a film, didn't they?
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, it's just really nice seeing them back on the road, and you know, because Charlie Borman's family kind of, or at least on his mother's side, descends from Germany and Denmark, he gets to go see some of his family that he doesn't see. So you see Ewan McGregor just kind of stood there not knowing what's going on, which is lovely.
Not speaking German.
Yeah, and they're meeting really interesting people. Like there's at one point where they're in Sweden, they meet with a woman who dives and harvests seaweed, and they cook with it.
Edible seaweed.
Edible seaweed, yeah, and it's just
It's delicious.
It's really nice little thing. But you also see her like she's in like the full wetsuit. And she gets in and like this really experienced woman doing it for years, and she still goes as she gets in because it's so cold.
cold.
And you see both Charlie and Ewan go. And it's got really good music, and like there's still got the Stereophonics doing the theme tune, and it's just fucking lovely.
It is such comfort viewing, isn't it? I love travel shows as well. I think it comes with age, but it makes me want to. If I had the opportunity, if I had somewhere to store it, I would love to get on a bike and just do like that Scotland 500.
Can't you just go around in your car?
Well, yeah, it's not the same, is it? It's not the same as the open roads on your hog.
No. I think are they still going around with the same guys like Claudio and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. The old crew.
Yeah, it's been the same crew for all four of them.
Yeah, man, that's cool. I'm going to start that because I've got to be 2 or 3 episodes in now.
3 episodes in, and I think they're out every Tuesday, I want to say.
It was a good buy from Apple, that weren't it? Buying
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
because it was Sky, wasn't it originally?
Yeah, it was Sky One.
Sky
Yeah, it was Sky One.
What a buy!
So if Apple are knocking out all this quality, how come they're not really in the same talked circles as Netflix and Prime?
Because it's another service you have to pay for.
And it's quality over
No, it is,
quantity as
but-
well. They don't do huge amounts, and it tends
No,
to be
there's not a
mostly
lot.
like first party type stuff. It's like the best stuff is the Apple in-house stuff that they do.
Yeah, they don't buy in a lot. You can like watch films on Apple
pay
that
for
aren't
them,
made
yeah.
by Apple. But yeah, they don't do. They're not like a content mill like Netflix is, because that's the thing. Like people talk about Netflix and we talk about it being an important brand. You actually look at the content Netflix makes; it is just so
Shite.
much slop. So much they make really cheaply.
At this rate, and after this past like year and a half, I'd get rid of Netflix before Apple TV at the moment.
I did. That's exactly what I did.
Yeah, I'd rather pay for Apple TV, but I don't have to pay for it. I bought a Mac.
Like Apple TV also brought out recently, which I want to watch, Murderbot, which is based on Martha Reyes' novels, and it's got a Skarsgård in it, Candy.
Oh, I'm in.
Which one?
Alex.
Oh, my favourite.
Oh, everyone's favourite.
He's
Yeah,
playing
the vampire.
He's playing a self-aware robot that goes killing things.
Oh, so he ain't got his dick in it, Candy, sorry.
Not necessarily. Have I seen that? No, I haven't seen it. I've seen the trailer for it.
Yeah, well, yeah, because it only just came out. But anyway,
So
that's
what's it in
not,
VR chat?
that's not the main thing I've seen. The main thing I've been doing, I've been playing Doom: The Dark Ages.
The Doom.
The Doom. Just dropped this week on Game Pass and on everything else. This is the latest Doom game from id Software, and the third one in their kind of trilogy of Doom Slayer games that started with Doom 2016 and then Doom Eternal. This one is a prequel. This goes back to way many centuries before Doom 2016, where it's set in a kind of techno medieval style. It's like fantasy and sci-fi at the same time. Don't think too hard about it. You'll get a headache, basically, is what I would say.
Is it on Earth?
No. Many planets,
space.
many different planets. But this is if you know the story for Doom Eternal, this is a time when the Night Sentinels and the Makers were united in fighting a war against the forces of hell.
I don't know the story from Doom.
Don't
the story.
Don't think too hard about it. It'll give you a headache.
Shit.
Yeah. What you need to know this time, and the important part is, demons are still required to be dead, and it's your job to do that.
Yeah.
This one takes a different. So, like with each of the modern Doom of these, the modern Doom games, these three games, id Software have done a brave thing and not just kind of iterated on it. They've changed up the way the gameplay was. So, the first Doom 2016, it was a very much a run and gun kind of game. It was all about pushing forward, keep going forward. Whereas Doom Eternal was very much it was almost like a shooting puzzle game. Like you had to use the right weapon for the right enemy. It was very much specific keys to specific holes to kind of deal with that game. But it was also much faster, and there was a lot more aerial combat, and you were kind of all over the place.
Climbing a
lot of climbing. Doom the Dark Ages does it differently, where you are a walking battle tank. You are
Nice.
it is much slower but much heavier, and you do a lot more damage. You have a shield with a buzzsaw around the edge of it, and there is a huge focus on melee combat. So you start the game with just your good old fashioned fist to just punch demons to death, which that's always fun.
Into it.
Not far into the game, you get a flail to bash their heads in and smash their shields. That's always fun. And then you get an iron mace to do even more damage. As well as that, you get your shotgun, your super shotgun, plasma weapons. You get things like the shredder, that's the one that crushes skulls into the top of it as you're firing. It's all very 1980s heavy metal cover, to be honest.
Edgelord.
No, not really Edgelord, more 80s heavy metal cover. It's kind of like the thing you would have on a Manowar album.
Or a Meatloaf album cover.
Yeah. What I'm enjoying about this game is it is brutal, it is punishing. It is much slower than Eternal in 2016, but more deliberate. Like you get put into a lot of kind of quite wide open arenas with tons of demons in, and you've got to basically work your way through them methodically. And it's all about picking the right target at the right time, making sure that you are dealing with the most existential threat to yourself. You can use the shield to kind of shield bash your way around, so you can zip around the arena quite quickly, destroying things. You have a lot of attacks and weapons that do kind of area of effect, so you can use the shield or you can use the mace, and with certain conditions, like if they're on fire, you can make enemies explode, so you can deal with like a load of mobs really quickly.
Nice.
Game is beautiful. The id Tech Engine 8 is continued witchcraft from id Software. It's absolutely glorious. There are some things I'm not happy about with it, though. Bear in mind, I adored Doom Eternal and Doom 2016. I didn't have many complaints about either of those games. I don't think any of these are game breakers, if I'm honest. These are just things that just don't sit right with me. First of all, no glory kills.
Okay.
They've been taken out of the game, which is annoying. I really like the glory kill animations.
Is that a pace thing?
Yeah, it's a pace thing, because it's a slower paced game anyway. And
it used to lock you into the animations, didn't it?
It locked you into the animations, but also you could kind of use the glory kills to kind of teleport yourself a little bit forward, especially in Eternal.
It used to go really far, didn't
There's
it?
quite a lot of range. Well, you can do that with the shield bash, which it's not a big loss. I just miss those animations.
Like putting one of them spider creatures' legs into its eye.
Yeah, that was always fun.
Ripping its eye out and then squeezing it and then throwing it over your shoulder.
Yeah.
It's enough, isn't it?
I think having a shield as a defensive option doesn't sit right with me with the Doom Doomslayer should be just kind of running into the hail of bullets. I don't think he should be defending
How have they
himself from them.
explained the fact that he stopped doing all that for 2016?
I don't know. Again, the story will make you have a nosebleed.
Don't care.
It's not about the story.
No.
Yeah.
I think they thought, hey, this would be a cool idea. Let's make a game around it.
I don't know why they made it a prequel, though. It's a strange...
Well, because Doom Eternal, if you actually do follow the story, he kind of kills God. So there's not really much else to do. He's destroyed hell and he's destroyed heaven. So there's not...
Gadget, there's always another god.
No, not in that universe. Jesus Christ. he's fucked both heaven and hell.
Oh, dear.
What else? The music is a huge step down because obviously there was the whole controversy with Mick Gordon where it didn't pay him for his work. And you don't actually realise until he's not there how critical Mick Gordon is to the feel of Doom. I want to say there's nothing wrong with the soundtrack. It is a perfectly fine...
but you've tasted the sweetest plum already, haven't you? That's the thing.
It is a perfectly fine heavy metal album. I'm not complaining about the quality of the musicianship. It doesn't work as well as what Mick Gordon did because Mick Gordon understood Doom. And like Mick Gordon... used the technology and he used his synths and he wasn't all just guitars and stuff like that. And he made a soundtrack that reacted to the player movements. And, you know, if you were doing really well, you would get more layers to the song and it was like there was a groove to the music and you would keep pushing forward and pushing forward. This one is just like, hey, there's a battle coming. Let's get the power metal band out. You know, it's like, it's fine is what it is.
It was almost like the unspoken main character, wasn't he, Mick Gordon? He was Doom.
Yeah. And I think as well, because Mick Gordon's been really fucking petty at the minute and he's posting like these TikToks out showing his how he made the songs for the two Doom games
I've been watching those
and
too.
it's so good, like watching all the layers that he's puts in and then realizing like how it pushes you forward. So like it's also in the quiet moments, like Mick Gordon had a really good sense of ambience and you would be able to create these kind of really strange, synthy, uncomfortable themes in the background that weren't especially noticeable, but they added to the feel. This game doesn't have anything as good as that, so it's a shame. Like, I don't want to dog on the composer. I don't know who did it actually.
I think it was an actual band. I think, wasn't it?
I don't know. It might well be. There's nothing on the Wikipedia about it. But
it's the guy that did Toy Story.
They're called the Doom Players.
You've got a demon in.
Oh, for God's sake, Spicky. It's not Randy Newman singing what he sees. Yeah. It was kind of, there was much vauntedness in kind of the preview trailers that there is the mech sequences and the dragon sequences.
Dragon?
Yeah, you get a fly on the back of a dragon on the wings of eternity. Like I say, this is a power metal album.
Fucking hell.
They're now inspiring. They're fine.
Who wants to be riding about on a dragon when you've got guns?
The dragon's got guns on it.
No, oh, right. Panzer Dragoon.
But yeah, they're just not as interesting as they could be. Like the mech just feels like a slower Doomslayer. Like you kind of lose the sense of scale in it a little bit.
How big is the mech?
Like 30 stories tall. Like it's not even as big as a fucking Armored Core.
It's not even a standard Gundam, is it?
Yeah, but it's like, because they have these very specific ways of controlling things, and it's all about the parrying and the back and forth with it.
I like that there's parrying in it.
Yeah, the parrying works actually really well when you're in the kind of the main Doomslayer combat because I
like the resurgence of parrying in games lately.
I'm good at parrying now.
There's a lot of bullet hell to dealing with the bigger ones, like when you're dealing with like the Mancubus and Hell Barons and stuff like that. It's all about like you're waiting for the green attack and then you're parrying at the right time and then that stuns
like
them.
on
And then
Returnal, you could do some certain attacks, you could knock it back.
Yeah, and it works really well. My only problem is you end up because I loved Eternal so much and I was so used to kind of bouncing around the place. You end up laser focusing on one enemy at a time sometimes when you're dealing with those big attacks because they spread out really wide into the battlefield. So you lose that pace, but the game isn't trying to have that pace of Eternal. I need to relearn how to play the game not as Eternal, is what I'm saying.
But then Eternal took the second time through for you, for it to hit for you, didn't it?
For Eternal, yeah.
Like it didn't grab you to begin with.
I actually actively disliked Eternal at first.
Yeah.
This is different. Like it has a slower start, but by the time you get to like mission 6, you've got most of your arsenal, you've got most of your melee weapons. You're getting in there, and you're starting to use the tools available to you. And once you're tooled up a bit, it really fucking works. I think it's got quite a poor start for a game, but once you get to like mission 6 of 22, it's not a short game. You'll get in there, and it becomes a lot more enjoyable. So
I couldn't get into the reboot at all.
Did you not?
No,
something wrong with you.
Maybe if I went back to it, I'd have a look. But I just generally don't know. It just didn't click with me. Maybe I wasn't in the right frame of mind at the time. Who knows? But
that 2016 game's amazing.
Both 2016 and Eternal are amazing.
And I like first-person shooters. It's my sort of bag. But
there is a lot to like in Doom: The Dark Ages, but it's definitely the worst out of the 3 so far for me. It might pick up by the end of the game.
That's not a bad thing, is it?
But yeah, that's the thing. It's like saying Dark Souls 2 is not as good as Dark Souls 1. Like,
it's not.
It's not a bad thing to say about it.
No.
So yeah, I think if you liked either of the previous Doom games, you'll enjoy it in some way, shape, or form. I think if you preferred Eternal to 2016, I think you'll, a bit like me, I think you'll find it a little bit trickier to get into because it is so much slower. And that's not to its detriment, that's the decision they've made. You are a tank, you're not a fighter jet. That's fine.
It's nice that they're changing it up every game.
It's really brave of them, actually. Like, they didn't have to do it. They could just do Eternal 2 or, and try and work out how to deal with having no heaven or hell.
Well, especially because I think because Doom Eternal came out during lockdown, didn't it?
It came out
so for
as
a lot of
lockdown
people
dropped.
So for a lot of people that would have been their first Doom game purely because it was the only chance they had to play it.
Yeah.
So for them to change it so much to a new audience as well, that is a bit of a move.
Yeah. So yeah, I like it enough. I'm going to keep going with it. I will finish it. But it's fun. It was just a bit of a rough start for me.
Cool. Speaking of Doom Guy, Biggie, round us off.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, there's a couple of 3 things I want to briefly talk about.
Couple of 3?
Trust me, it's not much. I just wanted to give a shout out to a freestyle rapper who you may not have heard of or seen, a guy called Harry Mack. If you're on Instagram, just check it out. This guy is incredible. So basically, he's been around for a long time.
Is he the 3-word guy?
Yes.
I've seen him. I'm down with this, man.
Just incredible. So literally what he does is he goes online. I don't know much about this thing, but apparently there's a website called something like Omegle. And basically people go on there for chats and stuff like that. But he goes on there. He goes on there and he just tries to grab people's attention, and they're basically, just some random event where he meets somebody on there. And then they'll be like, oh, hello. And he'll be like, hi, how you doing? He comes with so much great energy. And then he'll start chatting to him. He goes, hey, can I do a freestyle rap for you? And they're like, yeah, whatever, go on. And he goes, right, I just need, like Oodle says, just 3 words. Make it as hard as you want. He generally says no food and no animals, because that's kind of been there, done that. He just wants anything random. These people will drop whatever 3 words come to their mind, and then he'll do a quick freestyle rap for them using whatever beats he's got prepared. But whilst he's doing that, he will pick things up out of the background or the way they're acting or what they're wearing to fill up the rhymes. And it's so clever. He's so quick and observant and so fast. And there's a great one I saw recently when he was somewhere like in New York City. And he just did the same thing. He grabbed 3 people, started chatting, but then the crowd started to form behind them. And then once he got 5 words from all these different people, he dropped the words. It does like a tick thing on the screen when he hits the words. But he rhymes it so quickly with what people are wearing. And then he goes, oh, there's a guy at the back. He's just turned up. And this guy's living it up. And he's just like, he involves them as well. He's so incredible and quick. He's gifted at what he does. It's worth a follow. I guarantee once you ever watch him, you'll never scroll past one of his posts because
he's very good.
Has so much positivity and he just loves what he does. And he's so good at doing it.
He's also, like you say, he's nice.
Oh, he's cool.
Like
he's
a nice
so
bloke.
Cool. Yeah, he's so cool. And he's just happy and he just wants people to enjoy what he does. And yeah, he's brilliant. So yeah, please check him out if you haven't. I've been playing Astro Bot. I've got a love and hate relationship with that game, man. because
Easy, isn't it?
It's brilliant. It's you guys have already covered it, but yeah, what a joy! The graphics, the music. It's an incredible game.
Yes.
It is. Yeah, it's just a love. What do they call it?
Love letter.
A love letter to PlayStation's history and everything. It's fantastic. It's a beautiful game. 95% of it is great fun. And then there's just these challenge levels that you find later on that are hidden. So you have to discover them first of all. And then once you get them, some of them are quite simple and you work your way through them. But my God, there's one or two that push my limits, man. Because this is not my... It is. I ask you to go check out the videos of the Grandmaster stage or the To the Beat stage. Because Jesus Christ, that really
Mate, I did it. I
pushed my
platinumed
buttons. Yeah, I know you have, and I will as well. I've literally got the Grandmaster stage to do now.
Oh,
but it's just kind of... I'm just saying how difficult those little challenges are. It's all that muscle memory, that timing of everything, the runs that you'll kill, you'll die, and it'll be a mistake, your mistake, it'll be a mistake from whatever the computer did. And it's so infuriating. And I scream. I spent 2 hours on one level. 2 fucking hours. Pissed me off. I nearly chucked the controller at the screen. I literally contemplated throwing it at the screen. I was that wound up. And that's not me. That is just not me. But yeah, I'm not a platformer guy, so yeah, it got to me. But everything else about that game is incredible.
It's good, isn't it?
So, to cheer myself up, I watched on Netflix Bad Thoughts.
I watched the first episode of this.
So this is a new show. Basically, Tom Segura, you may or may not know, is a American or maybe even Canadian comedian. He co-hosts the Mum's House podcast with his wife, fellow comedian Christina Pazitsky. He also does another one with one of his best mates, Bert Kreischer, called Two Bears, One Cave. I know him from appearing on the Bad Friends pod as a guest quite frequently. He has basically paid pretty much to fund this show. He's the show's creator, director, and executive producer. It's a dark comedy television series. It's like the Black Mirror, but with black humour and gore. It's mental. He starts to really push the boundaries of what is good taste in comedy, basically, in a TV show. You're going to love or hate it. It's as simple as that. You'll either get it or you won't. It's that typical... If you've listened to him as a comedian, it's got his sort of sense of humour in there. It goes to quite dark places. The very first episode, it opens with a hitman on a hit that goes wrong, and it's quite funny. Then it descends into a bit of chaos and Tom plays all the characters as well. So he's basically the main guy in all these different scenes, only playing himself once or twice throughout the whole thing. There's an office meeting where they're talking about accounts and stuff. And there's him playing an IT guy present in the background trying to solve an online issue, and he's wearing a VR headset with some interesting features that goes wrong. There's one where a guy loses his shit in the coffee shop because they got his order wrong. And the very final episode where the gym membership, I'll leave that one for you guys to check out.
I'm intrigued.
So we watched the first episode and we have the opposite opinion to you, Biggie. We hated it.
But that's what I said. You're either going to get it or you're not. You're going to either love it or hate it. It's as simple as that. It's that
I can guarantee I won't.
American humor. You probably won't. But it made me chuckle because he's pushing what he thinks is funny, and you either like it or you don't.
So
Absolutely.
For me, his style of humour in the sketches, and you can say, will work for some people.
Sketches,
it doesn't work for
it's
me.
not a show.
Yeah, it's
sketches, it's little vignettes basically. Of things happening.
Oh, I'll be more likely to watch it then if it's that.
Whether he's talking or there's a little sketch that will run through various episodes, so it doesn't just one particular theme will run over 3 episodes.
Yeah, that's
so
fine.
So for me, the sketches kind of go on a bit long, and he kind of labours the point on the joke to the point that feels unnecessary, and that's why we didn't find it funny. We got a couple of chuckles out of it. The very first sketch is a guy's like a spy, international assassin thing, and it's kind of like
hitman,
it's kind of this kind of drawn out intro of kind of like I'm a man with only 2 rules and all that kind of thing, and he flies to Havana from America, finds his targets, hooks up with a woman the night before. You see him kind of get over this clock tower and he sees his target and he's about to take his shot, and then the waitress kind of leans over in front of the guy and he shoots her. And I thought that would be a really funny place to stop, because of all the build up to it, that he was this massive assassin and he always gets the right person and he gets it wrong. You know, that would have been the funny part. It goes on for another 8 minutes.
There.
It goes on for
Well, one of his
8
rules
minutes.
was no women, no children. So
Yeah.
he fucked it up with killing the waitress.
That's what
Yeah.
I've always liked about Key and Peele's sketches. They'll end it when it needs to end.
Yeah. That sketch goes on for another 7 or 8 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
And like you say, you might find it funny. Pip and I really did not find it funny because of that, because it kind of, his style of humour is labouring the
I'll
joke.
try it. I'll try it. I didn't like that other one people recommended to me, that Think You Leave or something.
I think you should leave.
You should. Yeah, I didn't like that at all.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, some of his humour is a lot of the same, where the joke
Just a
gets
bloke
laboured.
screaming.
Um,
Yeah, it's not.
but I mean, the first episode's 17 minutes long, so it's like you're not going to.
Oh,
Yeah, they're short. They're short.
it's not
honestly.
offensive,
It's like
then, is it?
If you add all the episodes up, it's like an hour and a half. It's like watching.
I'll give it
movie.
a try. Absolutely, 100%.
But yeah, they're like I say, or you like it or you hate it. But it like Gadget says, not everything hits, but it made me chuckle at times, and I
Yeah, man.
appreciate he's pushing boundaries, and not everything he does is funny. But I just think he's pushing some of the crass humour is, yeah, it really goes
It's not
places throughout
woke.
the series. Yeah, there's actually quite a funny sketch that he does playing himself on a plane, where there's a midget on the left hand side in one of the seats.
Oh, what?
And then,
Biggie.
well, exactly. No, let me finish. Because exactly that. The midget, as he explains, let me finish. He's saying you can't use that word. The guy with dwarfism turns around and says, sorry, you did a sketch about the word midget. You can't use that word. Why can't I use it? And he goes, because you said black people can't use the M word. Sorry, other people can't use the M word, but black people can. He goes, well, you're saying we can't use the M word. Well, we can. And it just goes on to this whole back and forth.
I
about him
get
being a
you. I
comedian.
get you.
That's why I was using the word to explain it. But yeah, and it's exactly that. It's him poking fun at himself and humour. And
Stig's
you
back
either
now.
go with it.
Biggie's just been cancelled, Stig.
I heard.
But either you go with it or you don't, basically. But yeah, he's
No, I get what you mean. I get what you mean.
He's
A man not
poking
scared
at
to push the
himself as well as
boundaries.
other people. So
Yeah. Okay. I'll give it a shot. Cool. That's everything on that. As always, links to all our extracurricular activities are in our show notes. And please consider becoming a patron, because we need to pay for Biggie's court fees.
No, you
It
don't.
costs a fortune. It's going to cost a
We're
fortune.
not doing feedback there, Roodles.
Yeah.
Just went into your ending speech.
I've just done the socials, so you can do the feedback now. I don't have to do it again.
Okay, fair enough.
Feedback.
Lee Davies says, Andor.
Next.
A lot has been said about
fucking
Andor.
great.
What I'm about to say has been said by many other people, but here it goes. It really is Star Wars for grown-ups. The Empire is portrayed in a way that really is quite
No,
frightening.
that's Rebel Moon.
The Empire is portrayed in a way that's really quite frightening in that it is a realistic fascistic regime. Yes. Scenes when stormtroopers are deployed are so well done you forget that those are the same guys who got defeated by the Ewoks. Performances across the board are
that's
fantastic.
true.
Yeah. Performances across the board are fantastic. Like, seriously, there isn't a weak performance. The scene with Ben Mendelsohn in the final episode is just chef's kiss. Creepy as fuck.
Oh, they brought... because he's in Rogue One.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I like Ben Mendelsohn a lot.
Yeah. You can
He's
tell they spent a lot
awesome
of
in
money
the
on the
show.
show as it looks incredible. Shooting on location on set makes a massive difference. Just to compare it to The Mandalorian, it's night and day. I could go on, but yeah, they didn't use the volume for this. There's
I
actual
thought
sets.
Mandalorian still looked great because if you use the volume, like
Yeah.
it looks good.
I could go on, but I'll just say one last thing. Andor is the best Star Wars has ever been and probably ever will be. May the Force be with you.
I say it
It
to
is
this
a good
day.
show.
Rogue One's my favourite Star Wars film.
It's a great film.
I should watch Andor, shouldn't I?
You should. You'll love it, mate.
I
You really will.
should watch
I
it.
just got season 2 to go now.
Mike Holstetter says, more Assassin's Creed Odyssey and more Dungeon Crawler Carl. I'm obsessed. It needs a TV show, preferably animated. Yeah. Still working my way through the 4th Dungeon Crawler Carl book. It's very good.
And Ask Creed Odyssey is the last good one.
Ask Creed.
It's the last good one. Love that.
Zenos has been on. She said, been quite a busy week for me, though nothing new to report as such. I've started overhauling a lot of my outfits in Final Fantasy XIV. Turns out I care a lot more about how I look now after changing my character to female. Who'd have guessed? And
The
unfortunately-
character-
Better dressed.
the costumes
They always
aren't as
got better
good, though.
costumes.
Costumes aren't as good.
And unfortunately, I've given myself a whole lot of work to do in the process. As everyone knows, fashion is the true end game for most MMOs. And unfortunately, in this case, there's a lot of regular end game stuff I need to do to collect what I'm looking for. Bizarrely, this whole mess has actually done wonders for my confidence despite not having really changed anything yet. So on the bright side, I'm not getting anxiety about healing and tanking dungeons anymore.
No, I mean, fashion first. Fashion first.
Futile Exerciser says, my old adult brain had forgotten.
Oh, nice.
That's literally the
Same.
feedback.
Same.
That's
that
me
was in the
every
email.
week. That's me every time. I have forgotten.
And last up, Battle Boy Angry Kurt has said, the wait is over. I got to play Doom the Dark Ages, and boy, is it good fun. It's no doubt different in both 2016 and Eternal with how it plays, but it's great in its own way. It's slower and less vertical, but the core combat is still deep Moorish, and the guns are satisfying to use. There are certain things I miss, like the glory kills, and the soundtrack is a big step down. I'm also not particularly fond of the dragon sections, but so far it has lived up to expectations. Film-wise, I watched X-Men: The Dark Phoenix, which was not as good as it seemed, which was not good, but it seems it wasn't as down as other people.
Okay.
I don't know which people he means.
I don't know.
Everyone around the world.
I wish that Apocalypse won in the film before it.
Team
you not see that
Apocalypse.
Destroyed the world.
Futile Exercise posted like a Reddit thread about Dark Phoenix, and I found one of the comments in it that was just, it said, Apocalypse was my favourite film in the X-Men franchise.
Well, I can't listen to his review then. Don't respect your views, pal.
He goes on to say, I also watched the fantastic A Real Pain, which tells a great heartwarming story of two brothers visiting Poland. It had a nice balance of cousins.
Yeah.
It had a nice balance of drama and comedy with fantastic performances.
It is really good.
TV-wise, I'm halfway through The Bear Season 3. It's good, but I'm not quite feeling it as much as the first two seasons, which I think is what everybody said.
Do
Yeah.
you know what?
Yeah,
I
but
start season 3 and I just can't push myself through it.
I think it's still really good, but it's like,
I don't know.
no, I still think it's good, but it's like you have two really great seasons. You're kind of
Yeah.
following, like, you're a product of your own success. You know,
Your own
like,
success,
yeah,
yeah.
it's like the first two seasons are so great that it's kind of hard to follow it if it doesn't instantly hit. You're like, maybe, but I still think like overall it's good.
I do feel like it should end soon though.
Yeah, next series like really should be the end.
The second to last episode of Season 3, though, might be one of the finest episodes of TV I've ever watched.
Oh, so I've got to carry on then, yeah?
Yes,
Fucking
yes,
hell.
you do.
Yeah.
You do. He says, it has some bold episodes in terms of what they're doing with the episode, but I'm not sure it always pays off. I'll save my final judgment for the next episode of Modern Escapism.
Which is more consistent.
Yeah. I've just finished Split Fiction. Really good game, although it doesn't eclipse It Takes Two for me. It's so much fun to play, but I felt compared to It Takes Two, there was just more moments in the game which required genuine cooperation, where Split Fiction had more of each player going down different paths and meeting up at the end. The last level I'd heard was incredible, and it met my expectations. I'd give it an 8 out of 10.
Can't argue with that.
Both Stig and Biggie are going to be happy about the start of this next paragraph. Finally, in reading, I've started the autobiography of Everton legend Duncan Ferguson. Cue booing from Stig and Biggie. Duncan isn't just your average footballer. What makes his career interesting was that he was put in prison for 1 month for headbutting a player on the pitch when he was playing for Rangers in Scotland.
He was.
He's known to be a tough man on the pitch, but in this book he's not afraid to admit that he was absolutely petrified every single day in prison. The one he attended was supposed to be one of the worst in Britain.
It's his own
Kurt.
fault for doing it.
Yeah, don't nut people.
Which prison did he go to?
Wakey.
I'm checking.
Irrelevant blue shite.
Alcatraz.
It's his own fault.
No, it was a Barlini in Glasgow. Yeah, that one's pretty bad.
Have you seen the name of
Never heard of it.
Everton's new stadium?
What's it
What
called?
is
Harris Dickinson Stadium. Rolls right off the tongue, doesn't it? It's apparently a law firm. Something like
Stunning.
that. Hang
Oh,
on.
really? Wow.
It's so rather than just keeping it as Bramley Moore, which would have made sense. Hill Dickinson, that's it.
Up the dicks.
The Hill Dickinson Stadium. Someone I saw a post that someone said it sounds like the name of a Victorian ghost.
It sounds like a club skint.
No, it's a Victorian paranormal investigator. Hill Dickinson at your service.
Yeah.
What was that road stadium called? Goodison Park, wasn't
Goodison Park. Sorry, yeah, missed that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Goodison Park.
I didn't know what you said.
Yeah, it was their last
But they
one.
keep
Their
it-
last game there today.
it?
They were supposed to blow up the stadium after the season, but they're giving it to the women's football team now.
Blow it up. Just literally blow it up.
They were. They're going to demolish it.
Yeah, don't blow them up though. They'd fucking take them apart.
They can do.
Massive crater.
Be good though, wouldn't it?
I wish Liverpool had bought it and turned it into a multi-story car park.
What for
Oh,
Anfield?
how funny would that
Anfield,
be?
yeah.
Oh, they're close to each other,
There's
aren't
more
they? In
space,
Liverpool?
lads. You can all come over.
Are they
Yeah, it's
close to
literally-
each other in Liverpool?
Literally a 5-minute
Yeah,
walk
you can.
across the
You
park.
can literally walk.
Yeah, it's like 5-10-minute
'Cause-
walk across the park.
Because that used to be the same with Man United and Man City? They were across the street from each other.
Not anymore.
No, not anymore. I'm saying they used to be.
Long time ago. That. Long time. Long thing. Cool.
Blue,
cool,
white,
cool.
shite. Blue, white, shite.
Speaking of blue and white shite, it's time for Candyland.
And now, what's up in Candyland?
How do you become a count? Because I really want to. You don't see that many
Oh my
counts
God.
around, do you?
You're born into it.
You suck somebody's
But you,
blood.
but you didn't always have to be born into it, did you? There was somebody that was the first count. Here's the
Property
gift
owners,
of count.
landowners.
Dracula.
I've got a storage unit.
You want to be countess?
Countess Candy.
Well, is it the first name?
Countess Bathory.
Yeah, but is it
It's the family name, isn't it?
It's a family name.
So Count Olaf was his first name,
No, it's his surname.
surname.
Dracula was his surname.
Do you want some
What was
actual
his
answers?
first name?
Vlad.
You can purchase a count title.
No, his surname was the Impaler.
No,
His name was Vlad Dracula.
his name was Vlad Tepes Dracula. That's his full name. But he was a
Vlad
count.
Dracula.
Impaler's the surname.
He's from Romania, for fuck's sake.
I didn't know he was called Vlad Dracula. I thought he.
You thought his
Vlad
name
You're
was
telling
Count?
me Vlad the Impaler and Count Dracula are the same person?
Vlad they call him
Oh,
Vlad
yes.
the Impaler as a
Are you from the
nickname.
Romanian The Impalers? or the Russian
No, we're from the
Impalers?
Carpathians.
So I wouldn't be Count Candy. I'd be Count Machine.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
sweet.
Countess machine, unfortunately.
Countess
There's still,
Machine. No, Countess
There's
works.
still. Yeah.
So-
How do I do it,
You
Gadget?
don't- you-
So,
unfortunately, though, you can only be a countess if you marry a count.
Well, so
No,
not
that's
necessarily.
bullshit.
So apparently, according to Bing, to become a count, you can consider the following options: find
According to
favour
Bing.
with a king or queen,
Yes.
inherit a courtesy title,
There you go.
marry a countess in rare cases, purchase a count title.
There you go.
Wait, hang on. Go back. How much is that then? Is it a subscription or?
Is it
can
tax
get it on Planner, I
deductible? Is
think.
it tax deductible?
Let's have a look. How do we purchase?
This
a
is
count
for my
title?
Imagine
business.
Candy paying in 3 to become a countess.
Klarna.
Clearpay. Count Clan.
Count title for sale. Exceptional grafdom. It says €6,900.
That's fuck all. That's less than a car.
All right, Erna.
Then you can drive around
Yeah,
in an
but yeah, no,
Impala.
you're talking about a title now. You could get that being a count is cheaper than having your own registration number
Yeah,
if you
you're
want
prick.
Satan 666.
So there's
So-
one here.
Because
Count title for sale. What is it? Count Palpatine then, or Count Palatine? Italian
Do
count
it.
title, very limited availability. French count titles as a few.
No, not French.
It sounds like that bullshit. It sounds like that
Italian
bullshit
one.
when you become a lord of the land or a laird of the land when you get a square metre of fucking land in Scotland. Or
I have
you own
landed.
a star.
No, it sounds like
I've
one of
got
those
land
bullshit
on
ones where
Mars.
you buy a star. You buy like that's
Not
my
real.
star.
I've got 2 stars and I've got land on Mars.
So
Imagine
No, you
thinking
don't.
that you own a celestial body because you've paid someone online.
I've paid for it.
So the Grand Dukedom of Pomerania and Livonia sell royal titles in 3 easy steps. Select a single title or a pair of titles, click buy now, and make your 100% secure payment via PayPal. No account needed. And complete the after sales form with your details. And for €219, you can become a royal or a noble.
Fuck off. Are you serious?
imagine-
Count Pomodorio.
Pomerania and Livonia.
Pomerania.
Can do.
You
Well,
know, Candy's doing this,
imagine
don't
your
you?
family history, like how did our family become counts? Well, your great
3 easy steps.
auntie machine, she bought it off Klarna.
The Grand Dukedom of Pomerania and Livonia is an idyllic micronation situated in the lands that were once part of the ancient territories of the German Empire, Holy Roman Empire, Kingdom of Poland, Duchy of Lithuania, and the ancient duchies of Livonia and Courland.
I'm sorry,
micro.
but she can't own that because there's too much politics.
So
revolving around
titles available from them:
She'll start
Sir
a war.
or Dame, Lord or
Dame.
Lady, Baron or Baroness, Viscount or Viscountess, Count or Countess, Marquis or Marchioness,
Marcus.
Too
Duke
much
or
of a
Duchess,
mouthful.
Prince or Princess, Grand Prince or Princess, Archduke or Archduchess, or Prince Elector and Margrave.
No, I want Countess.
Empress.
I think Baroness. Baroness.
Baroness is
Both
pretty
selector.
good.
Yeah.
Baroness machine
In
works.
one of the chasers called the Baroness.
But
Oh,
wouldn't-
yeah.
it
She's
wouldn't-
cool as well.
It would be Baroness Bergen.
Baroness Bergen.
Bergen, yeah.
That works
you
as
get-
well, though.
Eh.
Hang on,
Of
Candy,
the, of the Burgonese people.
Do you know what? It's my 40th birthday coming up. I don't think
No.
200
I might
and
fucking
something
buy
odd
this for you.
as a
Sounds
group
like
of
a
you.
limited edition Whopper from Burger King.
Countess Whopper.
Here you go, Candy.
Baroness Bergen.
Here you go, Candy. Check the chat.
She's going to
Look what
buy
we've got
this.
here.
She's got next. Yeah, literally, she is going to.
Pomerania and Livonia.
She's
I
going to
have
present
her.
that to us on the next Modern Escapism. Look what I have.
I'm a
So
countess.
we've just discovered that Candy's deep into colonialism now. She's
You're new-
taking over land.
What's
I don't know. I
included
don't
with-
care about that. I just
What's
want the
included
title.
with your new Count or Countess title? Your new title is an ancient German royal title meaning delegate or companion of the emperor. It comes with a complimentary
There's no
extra.
Emperor Germany.
Comes with the complimentary extra appointment of the captain of the Jaegers of Pomerania and Livonia and knight or lady of the sacred and military order. All our luxury
And
title
10%
packages
off at
includes
TK Maxx.
all our royal title packages include the beautiful Livonian Blue Max, our luxurious blue and gold medal of merit of Livonia. So you get a medal and a
And you
certificate.
get free 2-year subscription to National Trust.
It's all right. Pay for that. Free parking.
Yeah, exactly. Jesus Christ. Honestly.
That's not an
Honestly.
expensive 40th gift.
No,
guys.
I mean, it's
I might
pissing
get
money
that.
Guys,
at the wall,
little
man.
guys at the end there, like guys.
Guys.
Also including your purchase, a donation on your behalf to our reforestation project, where we plant a tree in the woodlands of Eastern Prussia for each and every order of a new noble title.
Is Prussia
See.
still a thing?
No,
I didn't
Germ-
think so.
it's Germany.
I thought so. And the Emperor of Germany that doesn't exist.
Would I have to change my passport and stuff and my bank account?
No.
Can you imagine if she bought this and then like all of a sudden it's like, by the way, it gets an invite to all the counts and countesses of Germany. We meet every weekend.
And then
like
she turns
we
up.
meet on this weekend every year. And she's like, oh, I've been invited to swanky do.
I gotta go to
Yeah, the
fucking
next
count
royal
club.
gala televised, and in comes Baroness Bergen.
The problem
my
here
Primark.
is you go there and you find out that every other person there is somebody who's bought one, and all the real counts and baronesses are actually playing a game with you, and it's like
They're going to hunt you.
yeah, they're gonna hunt
Yeah,
you.
the real vampires.
Yeah, you bought.
Yeah, you're right. Oh shit, that's a
Getting
good
hunted.
film.
Yeah, it's a good film. Trademark that.
It's not a film, it's your life.
We could call it Count Death.
Or the Hungry Games.
Death count.
Count.
Oh, let's go. That's it. Enough.
Right.
That's it.
Out.
You've killed it. Thanks for that, Candyland. Thanks for listening. If you're a patron, join us in the green room for more madness. Christ.
Send me that link, Gadget.
I don't know
Bye.
why I still do this.
From Count.
Bye.
Bye.